All right, man. It's Thursday. It's time for the BS sessions with me. And I'm confused. Skippy? Are you are
Whatever.
you fresh out of
He's
out of
back.
Facebook parole?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's back.
Fuck
Oh,
Facebook, dude.
it was
What a
only for
fucking
24 hours.
not even 24 hours, like 18.
It
It's
was
like
like being put in the drunk tank.
I was just
like
saying
what's up
they put you in the drunk tank
what's up
overnight.
with this freedom of speech shit? Fuck
They
them.
had to wait for your mom to come pick you up.
Yeah.
Does this boy belong to you, man?
Anyway, I'm still fucking pissed off about that because it really wasn't. I'm not gonna tell you what it's about, but it wasn't even fucking bad. I see shit on there that's a lot fucking worse. Somebody's got my fucking. Somebody just loves doing that to me.
If it was the post
I,
I'm thinking it was that you made yesterday. How is that even?
Somebody reports me. Somebody's always reporting me when I said something bad about what's his
Yeah.
face all the fucking time.
delete that one dude who used to be the dude here. I bet he's doing it.
And he's a
I don't know about that.
I don't think he would do that. I don't think he said
Not
sleep
go
during
that
that time when
far.
I post. I don't know though. You never fucking know. And then coincidentally, and I know it's not him, but it's always when fucking Wayne posts something. Like 10 minutes later, it goes away. I'm like, I don't think it's him. I don't think it's him.
No.
Though,
But no, like I've seen people post way worse stuff on Facebook politically and get no repercussions
it
whatsoever.
wasn't even bad.
No.
It was a
And
criticism.
what-
I wasn't
and
calling
what you
him
said
an
was
asshole
true.
or- I mean, I wasn't
I
calling
got-
him names or anything. It's like
I don't
I
even
got-
know what you said. I didn't even see it. It was gone by the
didn't
time
see
we
it
talked
either.
about it.
I know it was like gone like in fucking 20 minutes. And
Hey,
so.
kid. Hey, can you send it to me through a message? Just what you wrote. We can talk about it later on.
Yeah, I want to see what it is too.
Yeah.
I don't even know what it was.
Well, you could do it after the show.
Was it the one about him claiming credit for?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Oh, okay, I saw that.
Yeah, and I think I even responded to that. Yeah, that was nothing.
That was literally nothing.
Are you able to still see my page even if I can't?
Yeah, I see your Jerry
I
Suke.
think
You're
so.
back.
Does that still work? Like
Yeah.
even if you're suspended, everybody else can still see your
Probably.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I never knew that.
Yeah, you just can't post anything new, I guess.
Yeah.
And the thing is, Jerry, is that we were saying the exact same thing at work. Exact same thing.
They both did the same thing, so
I don't want to fucking
We're not
talk
starting
about
it.
I know, but I'm just saying I'm in the middle on everything. All right, man. Jerry, introduce the guest, man.
Right now, so he should take credit for it.
Yeah, man. I mean, fuck. Yeah, I was giving both fucking sides credit actually, but yeah. Our guest, as you can tell, this is going to be an interesting next couple of days for us all, I think. But anyway, back to the fun shit, the shit that matters. We're going to start out with my fucking Notre Dame brother, Joseph Staub, man. How you doing?
Doing great. Hopefully I'll be doing really great on Tuesday morning.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough one, man. It is. But you know what? Nobody thought they'd beat Indiana. Nobody thought they'd beat Penn State. Nobody thought they'd beat Georgia. And their defense is looking pretty fucking good.
I tell you, it's going to hurt so much if we are the reason that Ohio State wins the national championship.
Oh, another person who used to be on the show would never fucking stop talking about it.
Oh, yeah.
He's already talking shit. Excuse me. But anyway, Leia, looking forward to that. Great fucking shirt you got.
Thank you.
Been a long time, man. Where you been?
Here.
Oh, okay. That was just like your MIA the last couple months.
Busy.
So.
I think I'm going to be on like the next 5 weeks or something like
All
that.
All right, well, cool. We're going to make up. We're going to get enough. Now we're going to have too much of them now. But
it's my main man, Joseph.
Yeah, you get him in bulks, man, at a time.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But I love having him on. He's fucking great. Another one of our great guests, man. He's fucking wearing a Kiss shirt, man. Oh my god, dude, you're wearing a Kiss shirt, man. What's up?
Oh my god.
And wearing a hat. That's a rarity for a hat, Travis.
Yeah. You never wear that.
Yes, I decided why not. I'm doing all right, guys. Thanks for having me on.
Cool. And then my partner from Three Shots Down podcast and 30,000 other ones, Andy Rodriguez. Jesus is my president. You know what? Fair enough. I'm not a religious guy, but if people love their religion, I'm all for it, man. If it makes them happy, so cool.
Well, I'm very happy to be here. I'm glad to talk about this topic that Joe picked. So I'll talk about later of how I came up with my list. Because Jerry, I told you what my list was going to be like on Tuesday. What changed? So completely changed.
It wasn't hard putting my favorite songs together. It was just narrowing them down to 11. So
yeah, that was what it was for me too.
Oh yeah,
my number one song is the definite one. All the rest of them could be anywhere. So, anyway, we're talking about doing our top 11 Elton John songs in case anybody's interested. And Joseph's actually going to run this, this show. So that just makes me and Mark's job a lot easier, man. We get paid the big bucks just to sit back and relax while the help does all the work. Love it.
You're getting paid?
What? Oh shit! I wasn't supposed to tell you that.
Where's my cut, bitch? What?
By the way,
I just found this out.
Tonight's podcast comes from Powerade Zero. Same refreshing taste as Powerade without the calories.
Local.
What do you say, Mark?
Walgreens, True Value, and Ace Hardware.
Well, I'm gonna Evan Williams whiskey, man. Great shit.
All right, before we get into that cool shit,
water.
All right, man. We got the BS, but before we get into BS, man, 2 people died today. It's like, damn, I didn't have any deaths. Let's talk about Bob Uecker, legendary baseball broadcaster, dead at 90. I'm gonna start with you, Jesus.
You don't have to call me Jesus. You get to call me.
I'll call you Jesus.
Jesus. They call him Jesus. Yeah, Jesus.
Well, I was getting at Mr. Christ, but that's okay.
Okay.
That's Mr. Christ to you, pal.
Mr. Christ to you, sir. I just wanted to say I love Bob Uecker. I remember watching him in Mr. Belvedere as being the dad of Mr. Belvedere. And also, of course, in Major League. But also, he was such a great color. I mean, he called a really good game. And sometimes I would listen to the Brewers games just to hear him call a game because he did it so fluently and so great. And of course, on SiriusXM, if you got the app, you can pick any game you want to hear, even their home feed. So sometimes I do that just to hear different announcers, favorites of mine. And he was definitely one of them. So he will be missed, but he was 90. Baseball guy, couldn't play worth a shit.
Below the Mendoza line. He was proud of that Mendoza line. He talked about it a lot.
They should really call it the Uecker line, to be honest with you.
Yeah, right?
Because I don't know who the hell this Mendoza guy is, but I know who Uecker is. I've known who Uecker is ever since I was a kid. But he
must be in the front row.
Yeah, I must be in the front row. They put him worse than Bugs Bunny up
behind the fucking beam.
Yeah. Yeah, Bob Uecker has always been a favorite of mine. He's a great character. He was great for baseball. One of the originals. There'd be nobody else like him. He was great.
Yeah. What about you, Joseph?
Yeah, I mean, iconic voice, great baseball announcer, and WWE Hall of Famer.
Yep.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he did backstage announcing at WrestleMania 4 and WrestleMania 5, I think, in the 80s. Really? And he has this really iconic segment where Andre the Giant chokes him out.
Yeah.
And it's hilarious. It's like one of the greatest backstage segments they ever did. And they put him in the WWE Hall of Fame about 10 or so years ago. He came out and gave a speech and stuff. And it was just a great moment.
He made a Hall of Fame, man. It's good for him. Even though it's not even a real fucking Hall of Fame, but still.
No. But hey, you know what? It's the only Hall of Fame that Pete Rose is in.
True. I think everybody that's wrestled for the WWE is eventually going to be a WWE Hall of Famer because they're going to run out of names.
Except the ones that are on their shit list.
Hunter said that he wanted to actually do a physical like WWE.
They've been talking about that for years, but I wouldn't be surprised if they eventually, like, now that they have this big new building, I wouldn't be surprised if they eventually do something like a Hall of Fame.
Are you guys watching that Raw on Netflix?
Mm-hmm. That's pretty good. They mean the Ditch McMahon thing? I haven't seen any Raw yet, but
the new
wrestling
Raw's on Netflix.
Yeah, I know. I haven't watched any episodes yet, but I watched Rhea Ripley win the championship. That's the only match I saw from it. But I mean, speaking of wrestling, the Ditch McMahon thing was a really good fucking series. Even if you're not a wrestling fan, you should watch it. It's pretty very entertaining. But anyway, Bob Uecker, Travis.
I'm not too familiar with him, but I'm not a big baseball sports guy, but rest in peace to him.
You never saw the Miller Lite commercials?
I don't remember.
You ever seen the movie Major League?
No.
That's a bit outside. You watch that movie. That is
fly ball, deep right field. Serrano's going to need a rocket up his ass to catch this one. It is gone.
Well,
crushes one towards South America.
Rest in peace, though.
Tomlinson's going to need a visa to catch this one. He was awesome.
It's just
Harry
funny.
Doyle.
It's just funny every time that the Dodger broadcasters are in Milwaukee, they talk a lot about Bob Uecker, Joe Davis, or Hershiser. He just comes in there and brings them bratwurst, brings them stuff, shoots the shit with them, talks. He said the guy has so many stories we can't hear them all. It's like dang, he's self-deprecating about his career in baseball. It's just hilarious the way that guy freaking talks, man. Jerry, man.
I just basically said it. I mean, the Harry Doyle from Major League, iconic fucking role there.
Yeah.
This little shit he said just a bit outside and he missed. It was like fucking 20 feet out of the strike zone.
What do you say about Wild Thing Vaughn? And there was a good line.
Ball 4, ball 8, ball 12.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. I mean, he was so proud. I mean, he made light of his, shitty career. It's like, like we mentioned the Mendoza line. His batting average is below 200. Oh, the great fucking Must Be in the Front Row commercial. Those were classic.
Yeah, early 80s.
Down in front. Autograph.
Wasn't he fighting with Madden in a commercial with Tastes Great, Less Filling?
Yeah. He was one of the original people in that.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, it's a sad loss for the Milwaukee Brewers, man. He loved that team and he loved announcing. So, yeah.
Isn't he in the baseball?
He's the kind of guy. I don't know. I doubt now for
as an announcer, though.
As an announcer, definitely not as a player.
Broadcaster,
definitely not as a player.
Oh, but, I know, but he got in as a broadcaster, right?
I believe he was a catcher, right? He was a catcher.
Mm-hmm. He was a catcher, yeah. But he did make it in as a broadcaster because I remember him saying, "I never thought I'd make it into the Hall of Fame."
Yeah. He should. He should be because he's fucking awesome. Yes. So rest in peace, dude.
All right, some guy, I didn't like any of his movies, but a lot of my friends love this guy. I hated Twin Peaks. I thought it's boring art fucking shit. I've never seen Blue Velvet, so I do like Dennis Hopper. So maybe I need to see Blue Velvet because I like Dennis Hopper a lot. But David Lynch passed today. I'm going to talk to you, Joseph, Mr. Movie Guy here.
Yeah, I mean, he was a genius. There's a lot of his movies that I do not get. I love Blue Velvet. Dennis Hopper, it's one of the greatest performances of all time. If you've not seen it, you definitely should check it out.
I think you talked about that on one of our movie episodes.
I did, yeah. His performance as the villain is just amazing. It's a weird movie, but it's just for that performance alone, it's worth watching. I really, really enjoy what I've seen of Twin Peaks, but a lot of his other movies I'm kind of a little bit hit and miss with. Some of his stuff just really went over my head, but it was very clear to see that the man was a genius, and he will definitely be missed because, I mean, people like that you don't get every day. And so people who were able to have those kind of ideas, and I mean, people really never had many bad words to say about him as a guy. People really had a lot of good things to say about him, and that's even rarer in the movie business. So
yeah,
it'll definitely be a sad day that he is no longer with us.
Yeah, I saw that today, and the first person I texted was Eddie Conestrachi.
Yeah,
that guy just gushes about him all the time. It could have been Ian and Ralph, but the first person I thought of was Eddie, and he said, "Thanks for that." I go, "Yeah, it's the only person I thought of." But what about you, Jerry? Anything about?
Yeah, I mean, basically, Joseph nailed it. The guy was he wrote great flicks. Like you said, I was going to mention he was very well liked in the movie community. I don't think he's done anything in a while, though, has he?
Well, he did the reboot of Twin Peaks a couple of years ago.
Yeah, that's
really about it.
Great, unfortunately. Twin Peaks was actually really good. I like that. That blonde girl, I can't remember her name, but she was fucking hot, man. I can't remember her name, but
who was the hose beast in Wayne's World? She was in Twin Peaks, wasn't she?
Oh,
Sherilyn Fenn?
Jack Nicholson's no, you think of Jack Nicholson's ex.
Sherilyn
young
Fenn
girl?
was it? Sherilyn
Finn's the one I'm talking about. I'm talking about Lara Flynn Boyle. She was like the hose beast, wasn't she?
No,
in
Sherilyn
Wayne's
Fenn,
World.
wasn't it? Oh,
Wayne's World. That was
oh.
Wayne's girlfriend that got pregnant at the end.
Oh yeah,
Right.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's Lara Flynn Boyle. I thought that's who you're talking. Didn't
bad.
Lara Flynn Boyle date Jack Nicholson for a while?
I don't remember that.
Yeah, one of those creepy Dennis Quaid type of things where he's like 60 years older. But Hollywood, you can get away with that.
Hollywood, yeah, man. It's Hollywood.
It's called
like
Money.
The last big movie that David Lynch did was Mulholland Drive, which has been like
oh shit, that was the 90s.
Like,
oh, that was a good movie.
2000,
I like that movie.
2001.
Yeah.
I did like that movie. It was with the one girl from The Mummy and the one blonde chick.
Yep.
I can't remember their names right
And
now.
I think
Girl from The Mummy and the blonde chick. That kind of narrows it down.
Girl from Mummy and the blonde chick.
But yeah, I mean, it's sad for movie fans. I mean, he actually had, avid fans or whatever, and I respected his work. I mean, I can't name all his movies, but I do know some of them. But yeah, rest in peace. How old was he? He was pretty old, wasn't he?
I think he was like 78 or
70.
something.
Yeah,
that's it?
He had
I
cancer.
thought-
He had cancer.
I thought he was like in the Uecker age around 90, but I guess I'm wrong. Okay.
No, because he didn't start making movies till like the late 70s.
Gotcha. Okay.
What about you, Andy?
Yeah, the only thing I ever saw from him was the ABC adaptation of Twin Peaks. And that was a long time ago. And I think it was only for one season. But after that, I lost interest.
Who was that?
I know the big movies, but I just never sat down and watched them.
What was that? Who killed what in that show? Somebody died and they were trying to figure out who killed him. And then after that happened, the show just went.
That was Fire Walk with Me, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was the movie.
Oh, it was the movie. I thought they had that in a television show too. That was the whole premise.
No, I think that was the movie.
That Kyle MacLachlan was looking for the murder of that girl. No,
it was Fire Walk with Me. I believe it was. It's been a while for me too. So
no, I thought it was the series. The series was all about who killed this one lady, and that's why Kyle
MacLachlan.
Right. That was the plot of the show, and then the movie kind of just overexposed it.
Yeah. What about you, Travi? You know anything about David Lynch?
All I can say is what Jerry said. He was very inspirational with filmmaking, and rest in peace to him.
All right, man. So let's get to let's see here.
I want to say one thing. Well, I say one thing before you get started. I'm a big fan of this woman. Real quick, I know a lot of people don't get her because she has a very wry sense of humor, but I'm a big Aubrey Plaza fan. I think she's awesome. I like dry humor, and I just want to say, I'm sorry about her husband. That's got to be fucking shitty to come home and notice that your husband's fucking committed suicide. So I just want to say, I hope she can, find peace or whatever. That's just got to suck. But anyway, sorry, Mark.
Parks and Rec ruled with her in there. She was also in that new Disney, the Agatha thing.
Mm-hmm. She was awesome in that role. She was good in that role. She was played Death, and she was really good.
Okay, there's something yesterday. Somebody posted. His name is Heavy Metal Mark, and he spells his name with a C. I guess he doesn't check sources. He just caught things, everything. But you notice all these Netflix. We're making a documentary about this. We're making a documentary of that. Yeah. And then you click the link and it's a bunch of fucking ad pop-ups.
Yeah, it's all fake.
It's all fake. And then I put in his thing. It was on the Scorpions. I said, this is fake. And then some girl goes, no, it's not. And I go, you need to learn how to use Google, lady, because this is totally fake. Have you clicked the link? You're not going to read the article. And I looked it up and showed her. No, there's a guy named the Scorpion, a wrestler or something that they made a documentary about. Not the Scorpions, I'm just tired of all this they're making this on this. All these documentaries on these that Netflix is supposedly making. It's just starting to irritate me now. What about you, Jerry?
That right there is what is wrong with fucking the society today. They believe a meme. They believe some bullshit that's doing no fucking research whatsoever. They just assume they believe it. Either it's from a source they think is never wrong, which, most news sources are always wrong, and shit like that, it just is ridiculous, man. And, people just fall for it, man. It's sad, really. They don't think anymore, man.
Any thoughts on that, Andy?
Yeah, well, the documentaries that they actually do have are pretty good. I just finished watching one about Jerry Springer.
That was good. I just saw that the other day.
Oh, I need to watch that.
Dude,
that guy.
And it showed Cookeville, Tennessee on the map.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I was born in Cincinnati. He was
I love
mayor.
Jerry
So.
Springer.
Well, you know why it showed that? Because all the guests they got were in that square
that
from Tennessee to Kentucky.
I believe it. I believe it. I do. Trust
it
me.
was called like the Springer Viewer kind of something. They put the circle on around it.
Springer sold his soul for money, man. After watching that, he sold his soul, man. And he even said he was sorry for making that. So
yeah, but it was pretty cool to see the how they took over Oprah. That's crazy, dude. I mean, dude, that's nuts, man. To being the number one show in the world, that's crazy. But
anything that can take over Oprah is all right with me.
Yeah, it's just crazy. It's crazy though, but man, that was just me and Jerry are gonna make a YouTube podcast where we're just gonna call, what is it called? Not no fact check needed.
Yeah, I saw that y'all were gonna do that. That sounds pretty cool.
I mean, we're just gonna spout out shit and see if people can believe it, man. I mean,
see how quickly you get blabbermouth headlines.
Exactly. Yeah. Just or come out there. My friend Kate, me and Andy's co-partner, is gonna write some shit for me. So.
Oh, is she?
Yeah.
Oh, you're getting writers? I don't have any writers.
Should do
I'll send you some stuff, Mark.
Oh, by the way, again, yes, this show is brought to you by Powerade Zero.
Thank you.
I have to take care of the sponsors. Sorry, but anyway, I mean, it's sad. That's what's happening in society now. They just believe any fucking thing.
Anything. It's ridiculous. Every time I see something stupid like on social media, I don't even click on it because it's just crap. Sponsored by Michelob Ultra.
2.5 carbs per
Sponsored by Aerosmith's shitty album.
That was the funny part about the Truman Show. You guys ever see the Truman Show? They'd always have like ad placements.
Yeah, the Truman Show.
And he tells her, "What the hell are you talking about?
What the fuck are you doing? Who are you talking to?"
Yeah.
Michelob's a man's drink, right, Jerry?
For light beer, it is. Yes.
Light
I won't
beer.
go without saying. Is it a manly man drink? I mean, I'm going to admit no.
I
probably,
think it is. Almost one of them.
But when you're trying to lose weight and you want something that tastes good, you have to kind of sacrifice.
I can't. Well, I can't have alcohol for a while since I'm on a program right now.
Oh, good for you.
You know, McFly had your car towed away all to your house, and all you have for me is light beer. That's all I think about. But
they take this off the market, Lowenbrow, because I used to drink Lowenbrow. Now
Lowenbrow. I haven't heard that in years. And Burger.
I think it's gone. Yeah, I think it's gone.
Oh, dude, that was some badass beer. My uncle used to tell me a story that when he came back from the army, like in the late 70s, they were throwing him a welcome back party, and no one had heard about Lowenbrow, and he bought a keg. And it fucked everybody up with it.
Is that a German beer?
German beer. Yeah.
The stuff that my dad always said used to really get the party going when they were in high school was Genesee 12 horse ale. Ooh. That stuff.
Oh, they still sell it. They still sell it.
What, the Lowenbrow?
The Lowenbrow,
yeah. Oh, do they?
I
liked it. I remember it had that light blue, dark blue label with that lion.
I'm going to save some of these stories for the after show because some good shit here. But I'm going to go with shit. What do I got? Let's see. Oh, what do you think about that pussy Drake suing Kendrick over his diss track?
I think they both suck.
But the thing is, rappers have been dissing each other for ages, and he's
but to be fair, if you look into this, the shit that Kendrick was saying about him, which most of it is true, and that's the sad part. Most of it's true, but the stuff he was saying in some of these songs it's messed up shit. But I'm much more of a Kendrick fan. I think Drake's an awful person. I think if you look into some of the stuff that he's done, he's part of that whole like cult of Hollywood that's done all this really like horrific stuff.
Really?
And like he's part of like there's like some allegations and stuff against him. And basically this was just Drake took the first shot at Kendrick, and then Kendrick came back and said, "Oh, I'm going to end your entire career, buddy."
I don't know these new rappers. Last rapper I heard was Eminem.
Kendrick is doing the halftime show at the Super Bowl this year.
That falls in. I don't give two fucking shits.
Yeah, I'm excited. If there is a rapper in the last like 20 years that I like, it's him. I think he has a really good. He kind of came from a different kind of place than a lot of these other rappers did, and his albums from like the mid 2010s are some really good stuff on there.
Is he Canadian or is that Drake?
He's
Drake,
Drake is Canadian.
Yeah,
Kendrick is from Compton.
Kendrick's from LA.
Drake is from Canada, but he calls Houston a second home. I don't know why.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah, because Kendrick was part of that Super Bowl halftime with Dre and Snoop and all them.
Yeah. So then we get to let's get to a story that goes into each other.
Thank you for not asking me that question.
Oh, I didn't. I know. I didn't. You don't know shit about that. I just thought it was funny.
Yeah,
rappers have been dissing each other for years, and nobody sued other rappers about it. That's why I thought it was kind of.
Well, he wasn't even. He's not suing the other. He's not suing Kendrick. He's suing the record label.
Record label. Same thing.
He's suing Universal Music, which is like the record label.
You know what? Fuck them both.
Fucking bold. But then we get to Alex Van Halen said, if I start throwing dirt, it will never end. Why his book Brothers wasn't a tell-all. What do you think about that, Jerry?
I mean, he didn't actually throw dirt per se, but he sure hinted at it. You know, I think in my
he kind of gave Sammy some good comments in there a little bit here and there.
Here's the funny thing. He didn't have to throw dirt. He's been in the fucking headlines every single week since the book came out.
Yeah,
he didn't have to. We have literally, I think, every single show since that book was even announced, his name has been in one of these stories. Yeah. Just because of like people worrying about like, oh, what's he going to say about Sammy? Well, what's he going to say about Dave? What's he going to say about this? What's he going to say about that? And then when the book finally came out and he really didn't trash anybody, then all of a sudden people had to start all this other stuff. Well, I can't believe he didn't talk about Sammy. I can't believe he didn't talk about this. How dare he not compliment Sammy? How dare he not do this? So you can't win because everyone was like hoping he'd trash them. And then when he didn't, everyone was like, oh my God, he didn't say anything nice about him either. He got what he wanted. The book's a bestseller. His name has been in the headlines literally every single week since the book came out about something. And half of it's not even about the book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any thoughts on that, Jerry?
I mean, I just basically said it. It's like, this, I agree with Joseph. This story is getting kind of like old as Motley Crue stories. It's getting pretty old really quick. I mean, I'm only 2 chapters in the book, so I really don't know. I'm just going by what people are saying about it. I hear some people say, yeah, he is kind of throwing dirt, and people like you say you're not. So I don't really fucking know yet. So when I get there, I will give you more of an opinion. I'm in the middle of 3 books right now, so it's kind of, complicated right now.
Well, I have to laugh. Well, sorry. 1 second.
No, go ahead, Joe, because I really have nothing to say about it.
Okay, I just have to laugh so much because this is the most headlines Alex Van Halen's had in decades.
A long time.
Because he was literally you never saw his name come up in anything. It was always, when Eddie was alive, it was, what did Eddie say about Sammy or Dave? Exactly. What did Sammy say about Eddie? What did they say about Mike Anthony? What did they say about this? What did that? Alex Van Halen was like the quiet one that never said shit about nobody. And now all of a sudden,
can't dance.
That's it. You never saw his name anywhere. Now his name is literally in the headlines every single week because of not even anything he's really saying. It's about how people were responding to it, like what Sammy said, what Mike Anthony said, what Wolfie said, all this different stuff. It's the most his name's probably been in news articles in decades.
Yeah.
What about you, Travi Patty? Any thoughts on that?
I agree with Andy. I haven't gotten to the book yet, so I can't give an honest opinion.
I listened to the whole audiobook and there was really no trash talking in it at all. And that's my second story here, because Mr. Eddie Trunk was like assuming, oh, wow. And then I was reading Eddie Trunk, after finishing Alex Van Halen's book, I firmly believe the notion that Alex purposely snubbing Sammy Hagar may have been overblown.
Oh, no shit.
It's not too overblown at all.
That's what Eddie Trunk is the biggest Sammy Hagar nut swinger. I keep hearing about the trip to Japan all the time. But the thing is, he said after he read it, it's overblown. It was nothing. And then one of the Truck Nation listeners, dude, you were the one who did most of the fucking overblowing about Eddie Trunk. And I was like, whoa, that's so fucking true. Without him reading it, he just assumed that it was not overblown. You guys got any thoughts about Eddie Trunk going back on his overblowing?
I try never to have thoughts about Eddie Trunk to begin with.
I try to have minimal.
I
Eddie
can't
Trunk
stand
stuff.
that poser.
I like Eddie Trunk.
Well, I wouldn't
know.
call him a poser. I mean, I don't know why.
He's got a lot of friends, you know.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Eddie Trunk is a close personal friend of mine, so I really can't talk smack about him.
Oh my God, Sammy Hagar, Eddie Trunk, looking Sammy Hagar's pussy.
Oh my God!
Sammy Hagar rolls.
I love Sammy. Hey, Sammy's not going to tour anymore. He's going to do residencies. Just to throw that in there.
Is he really?
Yeah.
That sucks. I was kind of hoping I'd see him this summer.
Why don't you just go to Vegas and watch him? Go to a trip to Vegas. Vegas is
dude.
cool.
I mean that's the fucking thing.
I've been to Vegas. I don't want to go.
That's the fucking thing, man. These guys gotta love doing these fucking residencies, man.
Yeah.
They have to fucking move.
Makes them the move.
And they make so much money.
They make a lot of money, so they gotta fucking
come
love
to you,
man.
Yeah, people come to you.
Yeah, because you don't have to go through all the like fees of renting out buildings and stuff and paying for a crew to tear down and set up every night.
You get to sleep in a same bed for like 2 weeks. You don't have to move, you know.
It's like what's her face, the country girl. What's the fuck's her name? I can't think. Or a hot one. Shania Twain, man. She said it was the best fucking tour. I mean, time of her life. I mean, she was there for a long time.
I love Shania
at least.
Yeah,
oh, I do too, man. She fucking just had she had the time of her life.
You know, Travis, that don't impress me much. Hey, but one last story, and then I'll get to Joseph, and he could do his. I thought this was cool. Lego used to give their employees of 25 years 14-karat Lego bricks, and they don't do it anymore. That sucks, Lego. Get back to doing that. That was fucking cool. But Joseph, man, this is your show. What do you got, man?
Yeah, so I told Mark to save me some time here at the end of the BS because, most every week at some point in the show, we start to give Mark shit for his music taste, and rightfully so. Mark, you got some really whacked out music taste.
Rightfully so. We all do, though.
We all do, though. And here's an example of where I'm about to let myself be opened up to ridicule. I am about to, and keep in mind that we're about to do a show about top 11 Elton John songs. I'm about to say possibly the gayest thing ever on this show.
Oh, my.
And this is...
You think he's sexy?
No, God, it has nothing to do with Elton John.
I'm going to out-gay you then. No, I'm just kidding. I won't say that.
I like to see him wear different costumes in the bedroom.
Okay, I'll be back. I'll be back.
The Donald Duck one was
the Donald Duck one. Jesus Christ! I'm going to talk about that.
But anyway, so I'm going to now hold up a CD that I got in the mail today, and I want you to know that I purchased this CD of my own free will, with my own hard-earned money, and this is a CD that I have thoroughly enjoyed. And I'm about to be faced with
you see somebody like this behind Joseph.
Uh-huh.
I bought this on my own, I swear.
What?
This is the Def Leppard Symphony album.
Oh no.
No, I never heard that.
I never heard it. I'm sure the classic Power. I like the albums like that. And I wouldn't mind hearing the Pyromania and High and Dry era shit on
there's only like 2 songs.
Yeah, okay. I was gonna say if there is any.
It's literally and one of the Pyromania songs is one of the songs I don't like how they do it on here. So what they do, almost all of this album is literally the original recording with a symphony added to it. It's not re-recorded or anything. So a lot of this is from Hysteria. But I think it makes literally every song on here better.
I like Hysteria.
The version of Gods of War on here is insanely amazing. It adds such like an epic quality to the song. They do Animal, but they take out the entire backing track. It's just Joe's vocals with a symphony. It's really cool.
I like Hysteria. I think Hysteria is a great album.
Me
I
too.
love
Dude,
I like some songs, but all the songs I like off of it, I like it more on here.
I don't like Excitable. I don't like Love and Affection. Everything else, and Don't Shoot Shotgun. Everything else.
Yeah, I hate most of side 2. I love Gods of War in the title track.
Yeah,
and I like most of side 1.
It's mostly a nostalgic thing for me.
I'm sorry, Travis.
I used to like.
Sorry, Travis.
That's okay. I love Hysteria, but I understand that people don't like it. It's cool, man. It's just my personal.
Yeah. The 2 songs I did like it for were what Joseph said, Hysteria and Gods of War.
Hysteria.
I listened to Gods of War, a year or so going, man, why do I like this? It just not age well. But I still like Hysteria. I think that's a pretty cool tune.
Yeah, still
Other,
good.
other than that,
they do both of those songs are on this album with a symphony behind it.
now,
I would recommend checking it out. It is
when I
cool.
saw that tour, and with Tesla, and when they did that song, the effects were pretty cool, especially when they're in the speaking part.
Yeah,
that was really fucking cool. So I'll give them credit for that.
But they have like the thing that will make this really controversial, in my opinion. I hate Nine Arm Def Leppard post Hysteria. The rest of the songs on here that are from those albums that I despise are really good on here.
Huh.
Like,
please no, make love like a man. Tell me that's
no,
not
God no.
Okay.
I don't think
that's
there's anything.
What I am.
I don't think there's anything. I don't think there's anything from Adrenalize on here.
Oh God.
But Paper Sun is so cool with an orchestra behind it. When Love and Hate Collide is really cool. With an orchestra behind it.
No.
Wait, Paper Sun, that they covered Traffic. Did they cover the Traffic song, Paper Sun?
No, that's off Euphoria, dude.
Oh,
it's a Def Leppard song.
No wonder
that Paper Sun. That's a great song, man. I love this song.
Yeah, unlike the Def Leppard song.
But the one that I really think is cool is they add orchestra to Bring On the Heartbreak and Switch 625, which is really cool. But the one that I really dislike how they did it, and it's the only song that they re-recorded, was Too Late for Love, which is one of my favorite Def Leppard songs.
I love that song, yeah.
And so it's the only song on the album that doesn't feature Joe's original vocals on it. And it's Joe in 2024 singing it. Ugh. And it sounds awful.
Oh, yeah, it would.
It's like literally like 3 octaves below where it used to be. And it's like the entire vocal melody is completely rewritten to like not feature any of the high notes.
Yeah, because
I'm gonna say something. If you fucking rag on Air Supply and you tell me you like a song like When Love and Hate Collide, you got some fucked up fucking standards. Sorry, that song sucks.
Are you throwing shade at me?
I'll tell you what,
everybody. Oh, you don't like Air Supply either, do you, Mark?
I'm not a huge Air Supply fan, but Making Love Out of Nothing at All is a great song.
Too Late for Love is such a great night.
That's a fucking masterpiece.
Yes.
Too Late for Love is like a great kind of nighttime kind of song.
Oh, yeah. Love fucking the Joe's vocals. I love the guitar.
I even love the
eerie, hauntingly good song.
Which is why I was so pissed off that they did a re-recorded version here, especially when they have his original vocals on literally the rest of the album. That they re-recorded that one of all the songs.
You should go post that Rocketman Combat podcast.
I will not, and you can't make me.
Yes,
You're chicken.
Yes, I am.
You're damn right.
I will do it on here because 50 people might see it.
It's okay.
I posted.
Mark got on my ass last time about how I felt about the aggressor.
Yes. He thought the Hailstorm version was better.
What?
Yes, exactly.
Then the Priest version?
Why? There you go.
I like the song.
That was the fucking that album.
I think you're breaking up a little bit. I don't think I heard that right.
All right, yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Kick me out.
Yeah, I remember I was a kid because they were real big, like in the early '80s.
Yeah,
and I remember when I picked this up, I might have been like 9 or 10.
They've been touring constantly for like the last 10 years.
My mom just saw them a couple months ago.
You know what? May I interrupt one more time, please?
Go ahead.
I'm glad you fell for that joke, Mark, because that's a lie. Of course, the Priest version is the best version.
You're lying, dude.
You're
trying to save face now.
I was pulling your ass all along.
No, you weren't.
But I said that King
the Priest. Come on, the Priest
House of Lords is the best version.
The Priest version is far superior. Come on. I was just trying to mess with you.
If I
the House of Lords Can't Find My Way Home is better than the original.
Okay, if I could go into Rock and Metal Combat podcast and say I love We Built This City, you could go in there and say you love the symphonic Def Leppard album.
That's
Mark. I'm sorry to say this, but they expect that from you, Mark.
I love We Built This City.
Be a man.
I do too. I said that on Mark's post. I love that song. That is
I love that song. I love Nothing's Gonna Stop Us Now.
I love that song too.
I just threw up in my mouth.
The thing is, I'm not making this shit up. I'm not going in there to be a rebel, Ralph. I'm actually I'm posting that to see who's with me who likes that song. I got a lot of people on Freeform that liked it, but
it's the Rock and Metal Combat podcast,
and they like ABBA. They like ABBA,
but they don't post ABBA that much.
Ralph.
I love that. Oh, I love ABBA.
Ian hates ABBA.
I love ABBA.
Yeah, see, but most of the Rock and Metal Combat podcast loves wimpy shit. So I put that
ABBA.
in there.
I love the Bee Gees.
Yeah, they love the Bee Gees too.
When I'm posting non-rock
Mark, ABBA is more metal than half the shit you listen to.
Well, the stuff that I don't post on the Rock and Metal Combat podcast page, I just post on my personal page.
Just post it in Freeform.
About ABBA. ABBA is just god awful.
Thank you.
Oh man,
thank you.
Come on,
That's
Andy.
so sad. That's so sad.
Okay.
Yeah,
You know what? Fine.
Hey, did you see I posted like stuff about Ghost? I made no comment about it. I posted stuff about ABBA. I made no comment about it. I just put it in there for you guys. You know,
Enjoy.
I don't have to make snarky comments because you guys know I hate ABBA and you know I hate Ghost.
Well, that's a very snarky. That's a very snarky enjoy.
Well,
you like 6 or 7 songs from Ghost. How can you hate them?
Because how many albums do they have out?
5, 6. They have a couple. A lot of
out of six, 7 albums or whatever. I like 5 songs. Okay,
Mark, you like more Ghost songs than I like Oingo Boingo songs. What's your point?
Well, that's your fault.
I mean, ABBA it may not be Cannibal Corpse, but it's pretty good.
Ew,
I think ABBA's way better than Cannibal Corpse.
I love Cannibal.
I'd rather listen to ABBA than Cannibal Corpse.
That's Ace Ventura's favorite band. Come on.
I blood God.
I'd rather listen to ABBA than Cannibal Corpse. I'm sorry.
Cannibal Corpse rules.
I've seen them live, but I cannot listen to their albums.
All right, Joseph.
Anyway,
you know what? One more thing. I mean, people rag on the so-called Cookie Monster voice. Try to do it. It's a skill.
Hard. It's very hard. Oh, I love.
Yeah,
that's pretty good, Mark.
I love her.
You're natural.
I love early death. I love.
Try doing it in an hour every night for 30 years.
Oh, my voice already hurt doing that for 5 seconds.
Yeah,
I love early. I love early. I can't believe black metal.
I can't believe Angela Gasso and fucking Alyssa White, man. How they could do that. They're females with that fucking voice.
Hey, I keep getting them confused. Alyssa White, the singer and the porn star.
Hey, Kevin Warhalf.
That's why she has gloves at the end of the Alyssa White.
Can I say something real quick? I don't want to.
Sorry, Mark. Go ahead.
Kevin Warhalf, after he did the Rock and Metal Combat podcast, he said he wanted to do more podcasts. So I hit him up. I'm not trying to poach him, Ralph. He asked that question. He wanted to be on more. So I said, "What do you want to do?" And he talked about this Norway death metal band. I'm sorry, dude. We don't do death metal. Can you pick something else?
Death metal.
Why not, man?
Because I already.
Mark doesn't want to listen to it.
You got to.
I already listened to Sabotage. I can't do that again.
You got to crank some early Deicide.
Hey, Sabotage is touring in Europe. There you go. There's another story, real quick. But
another story that I just heard today. Ozzy Osbourne's releasing a single tomorrow.
Yep.
Yeah.
God no.
Yeah, it's another collab with Billy Morrison.
I like the Billy Morrison
first one.
I fucking hated that crack cocaine song.
Oh, I love that song.
Terrible.
That's cool. I bought it, the single.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, so he's coming out with a new song tomorrow. I'm pretty excited to hear it.
And he's gonna do a final show in England, maybe.
Yeah. Hopefully that does happen.
All right,
Joe.
Take control of this madness.
Let's talk about Elton John.
So, I just kind of out of the blue a week or two ago had this idea that we never really talk about Elton John enough, and I wanted to talk about Elton John. So we're gonna doing our top 11 Elton John songs. Mark, the Dodgers fan over there, has of course the Elton John Dodgers bobblehead. But so what we're gonna do in here is we're all gonna be listing our top 11 Elton John songs, and so I'll kind of go around the horn here, and we'll have everybody give their number 11 and so forth, wrap around. And so going to go ahead and start with just wrapping around the circle here for my view. Travis, what is your number 11 favorite Elton John song?
For once, I get to go first. All right. Number 11 from Honky Chateau, Mona Lisa's and Mad Hatters.
Oh,
love that song.
Yeah. What a fucking tune there, man.
Yeah.
Cool tune. Okay.
Yeah. And Andy's up next, but he's a little busy right now.
He's trying to get comfy.
Yeah.
No, I was trying to, as y'all talk about songs, I was going to pull out if I have the album.
There we go.
Damn. I don't think I have one Elton John.
Of course, you and Joseph have the album. Of course, you both do.
Kind of like the Vanna White, like show the
exactly. Yeah.
I actually, surprisingly, shock of all shocks, did not get any props out for this. So
yeah, I stopped doing it because it's a pain in the ass to fucking find to put back.
Yep.
And to put it back. Well, I got Elton John.
I just like I was talking about last night on Black Spinner. I just completely reorganized my CD collection a couple weeks ago. I told you guys when I was doing that. Finally, for the first time in my life, put them all in alphabetical order, and I'm not about to ruin that. So
yeah, putting them back.
And then I had like 3 episodes worth of fucking CDs stacked up. I'm like, oh fuck! So I finally managed to put them away.
I still got a stack over here of stuff.
I'm gonna stop doing that.
I got album,
but my vinyls from our Styx episode down here.
All
right, who's next? Andy.
So next we got Andy. What is your number 11?
Yeah, my number 11. I rearranged these songs this morning. I was going through the list that I had made, and I picked songs that really touched me this morning. There's certain things that are written, and yeah, I know Bernie Taupin wrote these songs, but it took Elton John to bring them to life.
Fair enough.
Because Elton wrote the music for it, and Elton John delivers it with so much love and devotion and faithfulness to what's written. So with that being said, I am going to go with my number 11. I don't have this album though, but I'm going to go with I guess that's why they call it the blues. It was
another masterpiece.
83 or 84.
Too Low for Zero?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, I got it.
Too Low for Zero?
Yep.
Yeah, it was.
Damn.
Which was his comeback album. I absolutely love that song. It reminds me, because the first time I heard it, I was a kid when it first came out. And it reminds me of a special someone. Even though I was a kid, me and her heard the song on the radio together. I think I was 8 and she was 9, an older lady. And
damn,
it was just a special time in my life. And it's weird because she lived next door to my grandparents. And I would see her every summer or the weekends. And then one weekend we came to visit, and I was excited to see her. And not only had she moved, but her whole house was gone. They picked up the whole house, moved in, and it was just an empty lot. It was weird. I've never
seen the house.
Yeah.
Was it one of those Amazon ones?
Remember the Brady Bunch movie where they moved the house?
It was a big ass house, and they moved it out to the country.
Yeah.
And going up the country.
Did they eat it?
Go.
No, I was going moving to the country, going to eat a lot of peaches.
So that's my number 11.
I love that song.
Me of that summer. It was such a great song.
Canned Heat. That band sucked.
Oh, I love Canned Heat.
But yeah, no, that's an amazing song. Might be coming up again later, Andy.
Yeah, I think it will too.
So, Jerry, what's your number 11?
Take me to the pilot, lead me through the chamber. Love that fucking song, dude. I think it's debut album, I believe.
Oh, it's his second album.
It's the second album. This one.
It's the self-titled, but it's his second album.
Yeah, it's the second album.
Yeah. But yeah, what a great fucking tune. And it's got na-na-nas in it, man. Every fucking song's got na-na-nas rules. So that's got to fucking be on there. I love that song. What a great album that was. And he mentioned the cool thing about Elton and Bernie's relationship is that, you know, Elton wrote the songs around Bernie's lyrics. Bernie wrote the lyrics. You know, he just wrote a poem and a song, and Elton did the lyrics. It was, you know, it was weird because the lyrics are usually written, you know, for the music, but he wrote the music for the lyrics. That's how incredible talented Elton John was, man.
Yeah.
But with that being said, they were fucking they were a perfect match made exactly. And I wasn't a big fan of the movie, I admit. It just wasn't for me. It's an Elton John movie, so I kind of get it, I guess. But yeah, I mean, and there was something in there that really, I don't know if it's true or not, but they said that Elton and Bernie never got into an argument. Can you believe that? I find that hard to believe, but if it's true, that's pretty cool, ain't it? You know?
Yeah.
So But anyway, my first one is "Take Me to the Pilot." Love that fucking song.
Yeah,
Nice.
Yeah, his debut album was Empty Sky. This is a different alternative.
Yeah, but that one really wasn't a successful album.
No, his first one that was a success was the second album.
Yeah.
Yep. Alrighty, Mark, what is your number 11?
Oh, Jerry already took my thunder. Would Take Me to the Pilot, and I'll let you guys know. I don't know where these songs come off. I don't own any Elton John albums at all. I'm a huge Billy Joel fan.
Of course.
Elton John is secondary. I got all these songs digitally, but I don't own any physical media on him. But there's only one album I want on physical, and I'll get to that later. But yeah, Take Me to the Pilot's a rocking song. It's like I'm a greatest hits Elton John fan. I do have the bobblehead because it's cool, because it's Dodgers. And he did do Donald Duck there, Dodger Stadium.
Yeah.
It's fucking pretty cool. So Take Me to the Pilot's my number 11.
Nice.
And I gotta say,
didn't he relive that when he came back and did his farewell tour? Didn't he put that back on in Los Angeles?
I just gotta say to Mark Dolly, no, there's no Lion King songs in my top 11. So shut the fuck up. Okay.
Circle of Life.
Fuck that song.
Yeah. So when I was making this list,
hey, I love the movie. I don't care what anybody says.
Yeah, no,
I love the movie.
I love the songs from that movie.
The movie was great. I didn't like the soundtrack though.
Yeah.
All right.
Of course.
I have the movie too.
Yeah. So when I was making this list, there's gonna be some hits on here. There's gonna be some deep tracks on here. Mainly 70s. Mainly 70s, because I think that is like that period from 70 to 76 is like prime Elton John right there. And then there is a song or two from after that. But yeah, that's like the prime period of Elton John. And one of the most underrated albums from that period, in my opinion, is the album that my number 11 comes off. And that is the album Tumbleweed Connection and the song Amarina. That is my number 11. It's a great deep track off that album. Andy is currently holding it up for those who have not seen it. It's a whole album. It's like a Western themed album. And it's kind of really kind of different. It's only his third album, but I think it's one of my favorites. It's a really, really underrated album, in my opinion. And my number 11 is Amarina.
Wasn't that on Dog Day Afternoon?
Was it?
Yeah, the beginning of the movie. That's the only song they had in that whole movie. There was no.
I listened
to Brian Davis's.
It's been a while. It's been a while since I've watched that movie.
I haven't seen that since 1990. Around that.
I'll look it up, but keep going.
Yeah, I have that. It's been forever since I've seen it.
But you're right. Now that you mention it, there was absolutely no music throughout the whole movie. There was no score or nothing like that.
Yeah, it was only one song by Elton John.
Oh wow!
Alrighty, moving on to number 10. Travis, what is your number 10?
Number 10 is a hit song from Caribou. Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me. I've always loved that song. It's so beautiful.
Good tune. Yeah.
Yep,
I didn't care for the George Michael duet version.
George Michael.
I like it. I like that one.
I love that song with all my heart. It's just a beautiful tune.
Oh, it's a beautiful song. Yeah.
I love that. I love that album cover though. Also, he's all swagged.
It's out. So 70s.
Elton John is so swagged out in that album cover.
Yeah, it was Amarina, Dog Day Afternoon, the beginning.
Oh, cool.
Of the movie.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Nice. All right. So, Andy, what is your number 10?
Yeah, my number 10 is going to be the title track to hold on. This is an alternate album cover. I've never seen this album cover anywhere else, but it is the title track to Madman Across the Water.
Wonderful.
I know that there's a different one with the blues.
The blue one, yeah. I have that one actually. The blue one.
Yeah, so my number 11 is going to be the title track to Madman Across the Water. It's a great song. It's I like the songs that are not that where Elton John takes it musically in a whole different world. I mean, just blows your mind with the music he puts into it, and that's one of them. That's a little bit out there, but it's also accessible at the same time. So, Madman Across the Water is my number 10.
Yeah, that's a pretty good track. Jerry, what is your number 10?
Well, I get to sound fair since I took Mark's thunder. Andy, you took my thunder, man. Absolutely. Man Across the Water, man. I love the bluesy, jazzy piano in it. I think it's one of Elton's best vocals. And Man Across the Water is just a fucking classic album. It's one of my favorite albums. And there's a few more songs coming from that one coming up. But absolutely, dude. I'm glad somebody else picked that one because it's absolute gem of a tune. Man Across the Water, man. My number 10.
Nice. Mark, what is your number 10?
Saturday Night's All Right for Fighting.
Saturday.
I love the rockers, man, but I do have a couple ballads on here.
Mm-hmm.
And I love his rockers because I love piano. I love honky tonk piano. And that's the one album I do want to get on vinyl.
Yeah.
I used
Amazing
to
album.
I used to have
That's like a must. It's a must-have for.
I used to have Rock of the Westies, but it got stolen years ago. That was
I love Rock of the Westies, and nobody talks about that.
Island Girl. I almost picked Island Girl as one of my songs.
Girl.
But I do know some Elton John. It's just like for some reason when I go to piano, I go to Billy Joel. He's like the second one.
Oh well, I got them both.
Yeah.
Why can't we like them? Why can't we like them
I
both
do
sometimes?
like Elton John. It's like Joseph said, 70s is his prime era. When he went into the 80s and 90s, I was out. And there's some 80s that I like. I'll get to those later. But Saturday Night's All Right for Fighting.
Well, for piano, I usually go to Keith Emerson. ELP listening. Yeah.
Hey, I figured out I liked another song by ELP. What was that song, Jerry?
Well, I know Lucky Man is one of them.
What was that other one? I came up, welcome
the real popular fucking song.
The show to the
Carnival 9?
The show.
Carnival 9?
Carnival 9.
Yeah.
Carnival 9.
I like 2 now.
Do you like?
Yeah,
welcome back, my friends, to the show.
Yeah,
Joseph
sang that on an episode a while. Like, I know that song.
What about From the Beginning?
Oh, I do like that song. That's 3 songs. Oh, shit.
No, it's funny when I first off subject. When I first heard From the Beginning, I thought I was hearing Roundabout.
Yeah.
Okay, there's 3 songs. But I did hear Tarkus and I hated it.
I love that album.
Tarkus kicks ass. But I love
Trilogy's an amazing album.
The first album, man.
I like the first album. I like 3 songs now, so I need to go listen to more.
I would recommend for you to check out the first album. It's the one with Lucky Man on it.
Yeah, I'll
check the one with Lucky Man on it.
Take a pebble.
Yeah, that's the one I'd recommend. Anyway, back to Elton John. My number 10 has already been mentioned by both Mark and Jerry, and that is Take Me to the Pilot off of the second album, the self-titled album. Amazing track. Just a really great song.
It's kind of corny, but at the same time, I really like it. So I'm surprised somebody else picked this.
Great track.
It's a great
It is, dude. But it's kind of corny.
And what I love is
how's it corny?
In the 70s, Elton John released 2 live albums. One right around that time in 1971, 11/7/70, which is all that early stuff, which is some great stuff on it. I'm pretty sure Take Me to the Pilot's on there.
Yeah.
And then he released one later on in like 75 called Here and There, where it was 2 different concerts. And what I love about that one is it was there was side 2, the There concert was the concert in New York City in 74 where John Lennon came out and played with him. And later, like 20 years later, they released a double disc version with the full concerts on it. And so you hear all of the John Lennon part where they do Whatever Gets You Through the Night. They do Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. They do, I think they do I Saw Her Standing There as a duet. I think they do like one other song. But they do it was the last performance that John Lennon ever did in 1974.
Because I got the 45 to Whatever Gets You Through the Night. And on the flip side is it's I Saw Her Standing There. With John and Elton John. But you're right. This is a really good live album.
Yeah. It's a short live album, but it's really good.
Yeah, it's a very short album.
Yeah.
But this is, Nigel Olsson and Dee Murray were already with him.
Yeah.
So they've been with him a long time, because when I saw him probably about 5 years ago, they were still with him. Of course.
Yeah, he kept pretty much the same band. Nigel, Davy Johnstone, D.
Yeah,
a lot of those guys that were in the band from the 70s played with him the whole way through to his last tour. which is really cool.
Yeah.
All right, moving on to number 9. Travis, what is your number 9?
Ooh, number 9 from my second favorite Elton John album, Don't Shoot Me, I'm Just a Piano Player.
Yeah.
Blues for Baby and Me. Love it. Beautiful song. Just
nice.
I get very emotional hearing that one. Rules.
Nice. All right, Andy, what is your number 9?
Oh man. Yeah, my number 9, I'm going to go with Crocodile Rock. I love that song.
Classic. A classic.
It just jams, and and telling the story between him and Susie, and how they fell in love with this rock and roll club. And then the second verse was Susie went up and left him for another guy.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, damn, and it broke everything apart. But the music is so happy and so fun and so festive. But the story's kind of sad, even though he sings in an upbeat tone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
that song, if you bought a keyboard in the 90s, that was always one of the automatic program songs that were in the keyboard.
Yeah, it's true.
Just remember him on the Muppets.
Yeah.
And that really cool promo video of him and his band playing it in the 70s.
And it's such a good song, even though it goes, but the lyrics are just so poignant and so powerful at the same time. So Crocodile Rock. And I think that was on Don't Shoot Me, I'm Only the Piano Player.
Yes, sir.
Is that right?
Yep.
Which is a very underrated album.
I agree. It's my second favorite.
I got that on digital. I love it.
I have that out, but it's all scratched up.
The deep tracks on that album are very underrated, but it also features 2 of his biggest hits on that one.
Yes, it does. You're right. And one one's going to be coming up later.
You bet your sweet Skippy ass it will.
Yeah.
And one,
and
one that just missed my cut was Elderberry Wine. I really wanted that to be on my list.
That's a great track.
It's an honorable mention.
Alrighty, Jerry, what's your number 9?
Don't you know I'm still standing better than I ever did, looking like a true survivor, feeling like a little kid. Love that fucking song. I love the way the song just goes. It's got this really cool.
That's so great.
Got this cool fucking, that's a Too Low for Zero album, right?
Yep.
That doesn't impress Mark much.
Oh no, it's about to, because I think you stole his thunder again.
No way. Well, then I'll show that.
Mark, what's your number 9?
I'm still standing.
Are you after that?
Motherfucker!
I want you
twice on this show. Get out of my
I went to your house and I looked at your list and I said, "Fuck you! I'm copying your list."
Well, I'm still standing. You already did the karaoke. No need for me to do the karaoke anymore.
Yeah.
That's my number. Yeah, bitch.
Your blood like winter freezes just like ice. Great, it's a cool tune, dude.
Oh, it's a great
song.
I have 2.
If I was a circus, you'd be a clown by
now. But don't you know? Okay.
I have 2 from the 80s, and that's it. And that's one of them. So
nice. Great track. That did not make my list, but I love that song.
Yeah.
Alrighty. My number 9 from the album that Andy already held up with the alternative cover, Man Across the Water, the amazing Leave On.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's a great one.
One of my, just such a catchy song. The chorus of that song is just so catchy. We shall believe on. Just a great track.
Yeah, and what a great opener.
Yeah. Well, that wasn't the opener.
Was it?
No, Tiny Dancer is.
I thought it was flipped. I thought it was the other way around.
I thought it was India Sunset. No, India Sunset side 2.
That's side 2. No, side one of Man is Tiny Dancer.
Yeah.
Leave On.
Right, back and forth, 1 and 2. Yep.
And then I can't remember the third track, and then the fourth track's Man Across the Water.
You're right. I thought it was Leave On then Tiny Dancer, but yeah, it's flipped. Because I always preferred Leave On over Tiny Dancer, even though Tiny Dancer gets a lot of the attention. Leave On's just so much better.
I prefer Leave On as well. Tiny Dancer was an honorable mention for me, but Leave On is on my list. I mean, I love the orchestration on that after the chorus with the strings coming in. It's just so great. Just such an amazing track. Yeah. Really great track. It's my number 9. All righty. Travis, what's your number 8?
Number 8. Island Girl, man. I love Island Girl.
Yeah, I almost picked that song.
That song is so catchy. I've always loved that tune. Island girl. Love that. Love the chorus to that. Rules.
Island girl.
It just makes you want to sit there and drink some fucking like
Pina
libations,
coladas.
like pina coladas, some rum chadas, or whatever, you know.
If you like pina coladas.
Wrong artist.
Wrong artist.
Getting caught in the rain.
Yeah, no,
You
Island
know,
Girl's
Making
Brandy,
love
you're a
midnight.
fine girl. You know, it's one of those songs. You know.
I tell you what, I'm gonna be the controversial. I hate that fucking song. I hate it with every
Which one?
fiber. Brandy.
I love
hate that song
Brandy.
so
Brandy,
much.
fine
I have
girl.
never liked that song. Everyone talks about how that's like one of the greatest songs of the 70s.
No, greatest song of the 70s?
Yes.
No.
But it's a
Yeah.
good song.
It's a good song.
I think Ralph said that's his favorite like yacht rock song of the 70s.
Yeah, we did a yacht rock episode.
Mine's
hate that
Magnet
goddamn song.
and Steel. Magnet and Steel.
Oh, that's a great track.
What?
That's a great track.
You know, have you heard Big Head Todd and the Monsters version of Brandy? It's better.
Uh-uh.
I haven't heard them in a while. Are they even still around?
Oh, Big Head, yeah, they are, dude.
Are
They rule.
All right, well, back to Elton John. Andy, what's your number 8?
Yeah, my number 8 is going to be with the way I was introduced to Elton John when I was a kid, watching HBO, watching this dude dressed in a Donald Duck costume. Like, what the hell is this dude doing? What is going on? Why is this dude wearing? But I think the concert was from Central Park. I'm pretty sure it was from.
Yeah, that was the Central Park concert, I think.
Yeah, it was the Central Park show.
He did that at Dodger Stadium too.
Yeah, but he did it first at Central Park, right? Because that was in 80-81.
Yeah.
Little Genie. I love that song.
Oh, that's a great
Nice.
song. I love that song. Yep.
And I think it's on. I know the album, but I don't have the album. But I think it's on Volume 2.
Yeah.
Volume 2. And Volume 2 is really a good one too. I think Little Genie is on here. It's not. It must be on Volume 3.
Yeah, that's on
The album was
it was on 21 at 33.
Yeah, 21 to 33, and that was without Bernie Taupin.
Yeah, it was Gary Osborne that wrote those lyrics.
Yeah, because there was a time there between the late 70s and early 80s where there was no Bernie Taupin. Bernie Taupin didn't come back into the mid 80s, where he was trying like Tom Bell and the gentleman you just said, and Osborne, what was his name? And he was trying different writers to mixed reviews, but and then of course Bernie comes back. But yeah, Little Genie was one of the first songs I ever remember falling in love with. So Little Genie.
Excuse me, sorry.
Yeah, they kind of took some time apart. They wrote like a song together here and there throughout the late 70s and early 80s. Too Low for Zero, which was the resurgence commercially for Elton John, was the first one that he wrote all of the lyrics again.
Yeah. So Elton John's concert was in 1975 in Dodger Stadium.
Right, but did he do the Donald Duck thing?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, but back then I thought it was in.
No, he did it in Dodger Stadium.
Okay. Well, I didn't know that. I just thought it was
Central Park. Said he did something talked about the 1973 Houston Astrodome about Bobby Riggs. He's talking about that too.
Oh yeah, about the tennis match against Billie Jean King.
Yeah, because he mentioned her in the 1975 concert in Dodger Stadium.
Yeah, well, there was a big women's lib movement at that time. It's a shame that they had to make a movement like that. So, not too long ago.
Hey, Billie Jean King's a part owner of the Dodgers. So,
huh?
She owns part. She's a minority owner of the Dodgers with Magic Johnson.
Really, Billie Jean King?
I
didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. She's always been a strong, smart businesswoman.
Yeah.
And she showed that muscle like in the late 70s, early 80s.
Well, that dude challenge was he the one that dude challenger, like he's that guy that any guy
Riggs.
could beat a woman.
Yeah,
Bobby Riggs,
Riggs.
That's it.
Yeah.
Riggs.
Oh yeah, and they played the match at the Astrodome.
Astrodome.
Yeah. Dude, imagine playing a tennis match in that big ass place. I think it sold out too. I think it was like a big event. Yeah. It was a huge event.
All righty. Jerry, what's your number 8?
All right, this is a 90s Elton John song. You're going to probably laugh at me because I actually do love this album. I like the One album. I don't know. I always had. I love the song "The One." That is such a beautiful fucking ballad. I mean, the harmonies in it, the piano playing is magnificent. Just the man, just it just puts you in that mood, man. It really does.
Yeah.
It's an incredible, heartfelt song. And there's two songs I really fucking love. One of them didn't make it. The other one's called "The Last Song" on that album. Just a sad fucking song about some dude, some guy and his father, making up because I guess his son was gay and he's dying of AIDS or whatever. It's just a really sad fucking story, but it's heartwarming at the same time. And I just thought lyrically, I think it's one of Bernie Taupin's best albums lyric wise. Man, there's such great stories, involved in these songs off that album, and the one is just it's one of those songs that you feel emotionally when you hear it. To me, at least, anyway. It's a great fucking song, so I had to include that one. I was gonna put it a little higher, but there's so many great songs, but it's one of my favorite songs by him. Always has been.
I really want to dive a little bit more into that era. I need to listen to that album again. It's been a while since I listened to that album.
It's hit and miss. And the majority of it's good, but there's some duds in it. Don't get me wrong. I mean, you're not gonna hear "Don't Go Breaking My Heart." You're not gonna hear anything like that. But
I couldn't if I
tried.
God, I hate that song.
So hate that fucking song.
Nobody knows on my list. I like it.
Nobody knows it.
Nobody knows it.
Oh, so bad.
I love that.
Anyway, Mark, what's your number 8?
Did somebody already pick my second 80s song? Guess why they call it the blues?
Yep.
Yeah, somebody did. Yeah,
I did.
Yeah. So yeah, everybody's stealing my thunder in this episode.
Don't wish it away.
I love that song. Guess that's why they call it
forever.
Time on my hands. I'm laughing like children, living like love. I love the way he emotes with his voice in that song. It's
rolling like thunder.
It's just
rolling like thunder under the covers.
You know what? I gotta listen to Too Low for Zero because I like 2 songs out there. There might be more songs that I like.
Nothing like children, living like
lovers. Rolling like thunder. I love that song, man.
Yeah, that's that. Again, that song will be coming up again in a little bit. Yeah. My number 8, off of the amazing Goodbye Yellow Brick Road album, is the title track Goodbye Yellow Brick Road. Just such an emotional track. Another one, like Jerry said, another one with some na-nas in it. Anytime there's some na-nas in a song, great track.
I agree.
But yeah, the lyrics on that one are just some really kind of touching emotional lyrics, and then the way Elton sings it and the piano, it's a piano heavy song. Just a really, really great track. Goodbye Yellow Brick Road. Travis, what is your number 7?
All right, number 7 from that same album. Very important song in my childhood, Benny and the Jets. This is one of those songs back then that I misinterpreted the lyrics. Like with "Blinded by the Light," I thought it said "anus curl whirly," like "anus curly curl." I thought he said that, but in Benny and the Jets, I thought he said "electric boobs" instead of "electric boots." But I love me some Benny and the Jets. That's a very important song to me growing up. Benny and the Jets. But the clapping.
Yeah.
Love it.
Nice.
I like how it starts out with the crowd. You hear like one note.
Yeah, with like the live noise.
The one note, and then it's like pauses. It's like then it kicks in.
Yeah, I got a funny story about that Benny and the Jets song. Real quick, another one I want to say. I used to have Xfinity. I had Music Choice and had Music Choice Classic Rock. And it's funny, every time they played Benny and the Jets, the next song, I don't know if the computer was messing up or they did it deliberately, but after Benny and the Jets was Honolulu Boogie from Mott the Hoople. They played it right after Benny and the Jets. Because every time I played Benny and the Jets on my phone, I always played Honolulu Boogie from Mott the Hoople afterwards. I don't know. I love both bands, though. Yeah.
Not a Mott the Hoople fan, but
I'm not
power to you.
But I remember on my mixtapes, you always remember songs that come on right afterwards. And I remember I had Pink Floyd's what was it? It was Pink Floyd, it was Off the Wall. It starts off side 3. So somebody help me.
The show must go on.
No. Jerry?
Hey You.
No, side 3 is
Hey You.
Oh,
Hey You. Yes.
I feel like a dumbass now.
So on my mixtape it was Hey You.
Oh, yeah, side 4 is okay, you're right. It is Hey You. Okay.
Yeah, it was Hey You, and it went straight into Buffalo Springfield. What's it worth? So
two very different songs.
Yeah. Right? Every time after Hey You ends, I still hear that guitar coming. You still in.
Boom boom boom
boom boom. Yeah.
Boom boom. There's something happening here.
Oh boy, song! I'll take every Vietnam movie ever fucking like that song.
That Unfortunate Son.
They're in every fucking one.
Yep. And for what it's worth.
I say stop now. What's that sound?
Amazing songs.
I never need to hear that song ever again.
Where are we at?
Andy, what's your number 7?
Oh yeah, my number 7. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out because mine aren't numbered, so I'm trying to put them for our grand finale. So my number 7 is going to be Sad Song Say So Much.
Great song. I love that song.
That's one of my honorable mentions.
That's a good one too.
Put on those sad
songs.
Is that off Too Low for Zero too?
No, that's off the next album.
One afterwards. The one afterwards.
Yeah, one afterwards. I think it's
Turn Him On.
Breaking Hearts. It's called
Breaking Hearts. Yeah.
Turn Him On. Turn on those sad songs.
I like that song.
When our hope is gone.
Sad
why don't you tune in and turn him on? La la la.
We always give you the karaoke, man.
Yeah, so
I love that song.
Sad songs, they say. That's a great tune. Yeah.
So much. All right, Jerry, what's your number 7?
From fucking Captain Fantastic and the Brown Dirt Cowboy. Real personal song for Elton John because I think he actually contemplated suicide and he wrote about it in the song. Someone Saved My Life Tonight, man. Beautiful fucking another, like I said, he writes great fucking ballads, man. He really does. That song is just, again, it's another heart-telling sad song because they didn't want to get married to that girl. I mean, the guy is gay, man. He did not want to fucking marry that woman, man. And it was really, people say that his suicide plots were really, what do they call it? Not as serious as a,
kind of like attention seeking a little bit.
Right, kind of, yeah. But still, I mean, it's sad thing that he went through. I mean, you're an artist coming out and gay in that time. It's big fucking
That's
gamble.
The thing.
Big fucking gamble.
Right, exactly. So, he was gay. He was the biggest star in the world. He was in the middle of a big drug addiction. Yep. He was a different person on stage than what he was off. I wouldn't put it past him that suicide crossed his mind. He had so much going on in his head.
And he was British, which, to be fair, whatever you want to say about the way that gay culture in the United States went, the United States was a lot more accepting of gay culture back then than Britain was. Britain was very much still straight-laced, Margaret Thatcher, kind of like, that was what was going on. You did not. That was not a thing over there.
Right.
And like you see that if you watch the movie Bohemian Rhapsody, like the kind of household that Freddie Mercury grew up in. Yeah. Like that was the kind of like thing that people were dealing with. So like as much as like people in the United States in that time period, it wasn't like a very common thing for people to come out. It was even less so in Britain. And so for Elton John, it was one of those things like, you just don't. People may kind of be like, yeah, he probably is. You're never going to admit it in public at that time.
Right. And that's why when people don't really see what the Sex Pistols were all about, because the Sex Pistols came out and railed against Margaret Thatcher. Nobody did that in England. Nobody mentioned a word. Everybody just went about their ways. Mm-hmm. And when that Sex Pistols ad came out, it opened up the doors to the ugliness of England.
Yeah, that was like the beginning of like the anti-establishmentism in the UK was that era of like, that's why punk rock grabbed so hard in the UK, was just because there was so much of that kind of feeling bubbling underneath the surface, but England was so straight-laced, tight
and putting themselves above America.
Oh, very much
they were oppressing their people more than anything. And when that Sex Pistols came out, each song was telling you it's fucked up here.
Yeah,
this place is fucked.
Yeah,
and that's what that whole album's about, and that's why it's ranked so high, because it was very groundbreaking. Yeah. I know the Ramones and punk was already going on, but that wasn't just the punk sound. It was what they were saying that really opened up the eyes and the doors to punk in England. That the Clash and all that between 78 and 81 there in England, it just blew open up doors, giving English people the right, or the musicians the right, to say what they had to say.
Yeah.
That's why it was very important.
Yep. All righty. So that was whose number 7 was that? Was that Jerry's?
Oh, no, sorry, guys. I went off on a whole different.
No, that's great conversation to have. Was that your number 7, Jerry? Sad Songs?
No, Sad Songs was Andy's.
Was it Andy's? Okay, so then Jerry, your number 7.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Honky Chateau album, which is a fucking great album. I think it was his first number 1 album, if I remember right. But I'm picking a D-Track, Salvation, man. I love that fucking song off the album, man. I mean, that's probably one of his most complete. That and Madman are like two of the. There's not a bad song on it, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But that one, again, is another one of those songs that's just fucking cool, dude. I love the groove of it and everything. Fantastic fucking song. He was reaching his fucking groove on that album, of course, with a couple more songs that'll probably appear off that album in coming up. But anyway, that's my number 7, Salvation from Honky Chateau.
And it's so weird, when I was starting to get into Elton John, they always said that Honky Chateau and Tumbleweed Connection were brother albums, but they're completely different.
Very.
I mean, they almost have nothing in common at all. So I never bought into that. They're separate albums on their own.
Yeah. I can almost more see Tumbleweed Connection and Madman being a little bit more interconnected, kind of like two different sides of a similar coin, of like the light and the shade a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, Honky Chateau and Tumbleweed, I really don't see too much of a connection between. But
I guess because the albums came out after another, and also the color of the albums. Did come out after each other?
No, Man was between those two.
Was it? Oh, geez. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it was Tumbleweed Connection was 1970.
Right.
Madman was 71, Honky Chateau was 72.
Oh, okay. I forgot.
Don't shoot. Then it was Don't Shoot Me.
And
he had like 8 fucking number 1s in a row. I think he had that time period.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. When I was driving to work today, I was thinking this dude had a really good 6-pack there in the 70s. A really good,
even more than 6. I mean,
yeah. I would say at least 8. Yeah,
because if you go from the self-titled through
Too Low for Zero, that was number 1, I'm sure.
If you go from
it was or not,
like if you go from the self-titled through Captain Fantastic, that's 8 albums.
Yeah.
Wow, and that was a very short. That was like
5 years.
5-year period.
Yeah, 70 to 75, 8 albums.
Yeah. Okay,
because he had 2 albums in 70, he had 2 albums in 73. Yeah. So he had a lot of and Goodbye Yellow Brick Road is a double album. So
yeah. A
lot of music in a short period of time.
When we were going to do a Billy Joel and Elton John vinyl battle, but then I looked at it, I was like, these albums don't align at all, because Elton John did almost 3 times the amount of albums over Billy Joel.
Mm-hmm.
They just didn't connect year by year.
You could just do the first 5 against the first 5.
Well, yeah, because I mean, Elton by 1975, Elton John had released 9 studio albums. And Billy Joel had released 3.
Yeah, and it's tough to pick which one for what year is going to go against what. So I kind of put that one on the shelf. But like Mark said, maybe the first 5 or the first whatever.
And the good news is you can kind of throw both of their first albums out.
Yeah, you really can.
Empty Sky and Coldstream Harbor, neither one are really kind of like representative of what they would become.
Yeah, start off with Piano Man, because Piano Man is a fantastic album. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's a good album.
You start out with Piano Man against the self-titled.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But we'll talk about that later.
Maybe we'll have to do that sometime.
Yeah.
Alrighty, Mark, what's your number 7?
I'm glad finally somebody hasn't picked something I picked. I love this song. Get back, honky cat.
Honky
You gotta
cat.
get back to the woods. You know, I quit
what
my
what number
ways.
are we on? I'm sorry.
We're on 7.
Okay,
Quit my
perfect.
ways and my redneck
Wait,
ways.
did I give my number 7 yet?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
you
Benny
did.
and the Jets. Double. Okay.
Yeah, thanks for interrupting me. I haven't been interrupting any of you guys in this whole episode. I've been getting interrupted.
All right, Precious, go ahead.
Precious asshole. But yeah, get back, honky cat. I changed, and it's got some oohs and some ahs in there. This is a fucking great piano work by him on this song. It's like kind of Leonard Skinner-ish, like redneck piano, like southern rock, like tinge. This guy could play anything, just like Billy Joel. I fucking love this song. It's a funky, groovy song. I don't even know what album it's on. I just love that song.
Honky Chateau.
Honky Chateau. Well, that makes sense. Honky.
Mm-hmm.
Who you calling honky? All right. Go ahead.
All right. So that's Mark's number 7. My number 7. I can't light no more of your darkness. Don't let the sun go down on me. Nice. I mean, just beautiful track. Somebody already mentioned it. Such an amazing, amazing track off the Caribou album. Just a really beautiful, epic track. Just one of his best. And that's another album that I think should get talked about more. There's some really good stuff on that.
Caribou does have a lot of.
It's got that. It has Bitches Back. It has the song Caribou.
Don't let the sun go down on me. Yeah, that's all about and well, that's about all that I know.
Those are the 2 big hits off that album.
Right.
A lot of albums he had like 2 big hits. Like Honky Chateau, it was Hunky Cat and Rocketman. Don't Shoot Me on the Only Villain Player had Crocodile Rock and Daniel. Like there was a lot of ones that had like 2 big hits off of it.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Moving on to number 6, Travis.
Number 6. The title track to Goodbye Yellow Brick Road.
Nice.
Absolutely love that song. I actually remember the first time I heard it, it was in the Simpsons episode where flashbacks to Homer in high school. And he's at the prom alone and he's standing in front of the painting and then Goodbye Yellow Brick Road plays. So that was the first Elton John song I ever heard was the title track, thanks to the Simpsons. So
you know, it's funny. I honestly cannot remember what the first Elton John song I would have heard was. It's just one of those things that's like always been in my life is like the music of Elton John.
I think mine was Island Girl.
I truly cannot like pinpoint what the first song I would have heard would have been.
Wait. No, Island Girl or Crocodile
Gary,
Rock?
You're on mute.
I saw Crocodile Rock in the Muppet Show. So I think it probably was Crocodile Rock.
Yeah, I think my next song is the first song I ever heard from him.
Or it could be the Kiki D one. I don't know. There's
Don't
3.
go breaking my heart.
Don't go breaking my heart.
That was all over the radio when I was a kid. That song, you know.
All right, man. Me and my wife do a duet of that song every now and then, but
a great song
in private, not in
private.
I know. I'll sing that.
You just sing it to each other.
TMI, Jerry. TM.
No, not doing that. Just having fun, like we're driving or something, dude. Come on, man. You perv.
I love that song.
Well, yeah, I am a perv. Yeah, go ahead.
Anyway, Andy, what's your number 6?
My number 6 is going to be the opening track on Goodbye Yellow Brick Road, Funeral for a Friend.
Fucking
with
incredible tune.
Love Lies Bleeding.
Love Lies Bleeding.
Epic.
You're like pretty damn low.
12 minutes of pure fucking awesomeness, man.
Yeah.
Damn straight.
One of those longer songs, yep.
And an epic version. It's one of the few songs I've heard 2 different covers of done very differently, and they were both great. Dream Theater did a great cover of it on the Change of Seasons EP, and Metallica just did a great cover version of it on that PBS special earlier this last year.
I never heard that.
But it was like a tribute to Elton John and Bernie Taupin. It was like a live concert at some little theater. And they did Funeral for a Friend, and it was great.
That wasn't the Austin City Limits, was it?
No.
Episode they did?
No, because Elton John and Bernie Taupin were sitting in the audience
watching it. Gotcha.
And Elton John was rocking out the whole time Metallica was doing it. It was really cool. But they did a really great version of it. It fit James'
I gotta
voice
look
really
for
well.
that. I'm pretty sure I can find it, but that's my number 6 is Funeral for a Friend. It's just an epic epic song on there. I just love it.
Great track.
Yeah.
Jerry, what's your number 6?
I believe this song is the first song I ever heard from because it was all over MTV. But it's a song that hit number 1 in 3 different fucking decades, 70s, 80s, and 90s. It reached number 1. But I think the 80s version was just him looking like George Washington with the fucking wig and the more like Mozart, I guess.
That was the Melbourne or Sydney show.
Yeah. I mean, Candle in the Wind is such a fucking beautiful tune, dude. I love the Marilyn Monroe topic about it. Just incredible vocals, well written. I mean, goodbye, Norma Jean, from the young man in the 22nd. I love that line, dude. I mean, it's like, it's just a fucking, you can tell it's a personal song. Maybe not to Elton so much as it was Bernie because he wrote the lyrics, but man, it was just an not intense, but a really, again, another heart-telling fucking story of lyrics. Yeah. And it's a beautiful fucking song in general. All 3 versions, of course. He did the Princess Diana version, Goodbye
England Rose.
England Rose, yeah. And like I said, man, how many people have the same song number 1 in 3 different decades, man? So that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
But I think that live version, which is him on the piano doing, I think that might have been the first song I ever heard from Elton John because it was all over MTV when it came out.
Yeah, it was like 86 when that one came out.
That might be it. And of course, Sad Songs was out a lot, that video. So one of those songs, maybe I'm still standing.
Did they re-release that for Ryan White or no?
Oh, I don't know.
Remember that kid that died of AIDS that Elton John?
Oh, yeah.
And because it was around 85 or 86.
Yeah. He was in that movie they did, HBO did, and the band played on. That's right. His character was anyway. That was actually a really good fucking movie, actually.
Oh yeah, that was like a documentary, right?
Yeah. Great fucking cast. Alan Alda, Matthew Modine, great fucking cast.
Yeah.
But I think you're right, Andy. I think they did. But
okay.
Yeah. Great fucking song, dude. I mean, it's a masterpiece. I don't know if you think popularity wise, it may be his most popular song.
Right.
What do you think? I think it is.
It might be. It's definitely in like the top 3.
Yeah, I mean, whether
it became like a number 1 bestseller when he re-released it for Princess Di. It was like the biggest single of all time.
Yeah, because that was when they were putting it out as like a CD single with the rose on the cover and yeah. I see that all the time. Pressings of that CD single at like antique stores and stuff. That thing sold like hotcakes.
Yeah, it did. I mean, Goodbye Yellow Brick Road is another one of those albums that I don't really care for Jamaica Jerk Off too much, but pretty much a solid album all the way through. So.
Yeah, and for being a double album like that, that's a hard feat. But it's funny.
Lady, great fucking song. All the girls.
Candle in the Wind has never been one of my favorite Elton John songs. And it's not one that I'll ever go out of my way to listen to, but anytime it comes on the radio, I'll stop and listen to it.
Yeah, I know. I have songs like that too. I hear you. So
Same with me.
Love Candle.
Yeah, but then that the more I break down Yellow Brick Road, each song is almost a portrait or a autobiography of someone or something, either a made-up character or of a real person.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
the Ballad of Danny Bailey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Really good stuff, man.
Alrighty, Mark, what's your number 6?
Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me, which somebody already picked. Yep. And I'm just gonna give a shout out to one of the greatest versions of this song by George Michael.
Yep, I love that version.
Yeah. I respectfully disagree with you on that one.
Yeah, you don't like Faith, Jerry.
I'm not making fun. I'm just saying respectfully, I disagree.
You're wrong.
I am on Jerry's team on this one. The Elton John's version, it's just too good.
It is good, but I think George Michael did a good cover of it.
I definitely prefer the original, but I do like the George Michael
I do
version.
too, but it's like George Michael doing Somebody to Love by Queen was amazing too.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yes.
That's amazing.
That was good. Yes,
I got to give George Michael some love. He's one of my favorite vocalists.
And I do like the song "Freedom." I think that's a good tune, but I wasn't really huge on the guy. I mean,
I think he has a great voice.
Yeah. I love George Michael. I like Wham! Make It Big.
Ooh.
I hate Wham, but I like George Michael.
Yeah. Oh, I love Wham. I love Wham rap. Wham, bam, I am a man. Job or no job. You could Club Tropicana. I love that freaking first album, dude.
Elton John would look at that song and say that's gay.
Right.
Well, he was gay, so there you
go. Running around those fucking pink shorts. Yeah, fuck that guy.
Andrew Ridgely, man, he's like the lost member of that band.
It's okay. He married one of the Bananarama
He did.
girls.
He did. Yep.
Lucky bastard.
He was just on New Year's Rockin' Eve this past couple weeks ago.
Oh, was he? I didn't watch
Andrew Ridgely?
Yeah.
I didn't.
I should have
missed that. Not performing.
The other
guy. His solo album is horrible.
Wham! George Michael and the other guy. That's how they know, man.
No, anyway, but the second album, Listen Without Prejudice, is fantastic.
If you want to watch a good documentary, the Wham documentary on Netflix is really good. That is a real
I'll take your word for it. Just give me the highlights. I'll
watch it. I like Wham.
Yeah. All right. So my number 6 is one that's already been mentioned quite a few times, and it is my soul pick from the 80s. And that is, I guess that's why they call it the blues. Just one of the most perfectly written songs. It's so catchy, it gets in your head. It's emotional, but it's kind of uplifting at the same time. Like it's a song about the blues, but it's kind of sung in a little bit of an uplifting way.
Yeah.
And kind of like Elton John saying, you know what? Yeah, life sucks sometimes, but hey, we're getting through it. And hey, I guess that's why they call it the blues. So just an amazing, amazing track. Love it.
Well, it's like kind of melancholy blues.
It is. Yeah. It is, but like there's a little bit of an uplifting tone to it at some point.
Oh yeah, it gives you like a spark, you know. I like it.
Yeah. Alrighty. We're into our top 5. Travis, what is your number 5?
Ooh, number 5 is a song I will never get sick of. This is the amazing Crocodile Rock. Love me some Crocodile Rock. Boingo Boingo sucks.
Where'd that come from?
It's because Mark got up and walked off screen, so he was trying to test his boundaries a little bit. Mark still reached back and gave him the finger, though.
All right.
It's funny you guys. It's funny you guys talk about it. Crocodile Rock is a song that I am utterly sick of.
Me too.
Oh.
It is a song I was never that fond of it to begin with, and it's a song I never want to hear again.
I will watch it on the Muppets every time.
I will watch that. If I'm watching the Muppet Show episode, of course I'm going to watch it. But it's just one of those songs that, like, unlike Candle in the Wind, where I won't go out and listen to it, but I'll always, if it's on the radio, I won't skip it. I will turn off Crocodile Rock.
The thing with Crocodile Rock is that I'm the complete opposite. I used to hate it, and now recently it's become one of my favorites.
Oh, that's cool. I'm always happy when people start to appreciate stuff like that. Alrighty, Andy, what's your number 5?
My number 5 is it's deep. It starts off side 2 to Don't Shoot Me, I'm only the piano player. Have Mercy on the Criminal.
Oh, that's a good track.
And then the reason why I say that is because it's one of those songs that Elton John takes and pushes it to the limit and then some. So that's one of those songs, Have Mercy on the Criminal, that really sticks out to me, is because of the music that just burns, man. It's a badass song.
Yeah, that's an amazing track. That's one of those deep cuts where you got to listen to an album like that to get something like a song like that.
Yeah, where you're listening, you're like, what?
Yeah. It's not a song that you know already going in, but when you hear it, it just blows you away.
Yeah, it's just a whole different world.
Yeah.
It really is.
Alrighty, Jerry, what's your number 5?
Yeah, I pulled out my Madman Across the Water. Oh, wait, fucking Judas Priest. I pulled out the wrong fucking one.
Well, the album covers are about the same.
Breaking the law, breaking the law, breaking the law.
British.
Yeah, the great Elton John duet with Rob Halford on British Steel.
The perfect album. The perfect album.
But my next pick is I love fucking Tiny Dancer from that album.
Amazing track.
Fucking great. I fell in love with it even more because one of my favorite movies, Almost Famous.
Yeah.
So I loved it even more.
Great scene.
I love the piano riff. I actually play that one riff. Dun, 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 dun. I can actually play that, believe it or not. I'm not a piano player, but I know that one. just you know, oh how it feels so real, lying here with no one near and only you. Just I love the sincerity in his voice in that fucking
yeah.
You know,
it's one of the songs.
Yeah, the Jesus freaks out on the street handing tickets out for God. Just a fucking just during that time, I think that song made a lot of sense. Even maybe not today, but back then, I think it made a lot of sense. But as far as the song in general, it holds water today. It's such a greatly written song. So, yeah. So that's my from Judas Priest's "Breathe Steel" album.
I need to answer. It's funny. It's something people don't really think about when they hear that song. The chorus of that song doesn't come until like 3 minutes into the song.
Yeah,
like it's a long ever to get to the chorus. Like they do the whole like first 2 verses and the little like pre-chorus thing before you even get to the "Hold me closer, tiny dancer." It doesn't come until like 3 minutes into the song.
Yeah, and I absolutely love that song. I just like Leave On a little bit more.
Me too.
Hey, at least Elton John never recorded United.
I love United.
Yeah, you would.
Yeah, I disagree with what you said, Travis. I think British Steel is one of the most overrated albums of all time.
I think so too.
Ooh.
I am not a huge British Steel fan.
I like that album. I like Stay in Class. And I like Screaming for Vengeance.
Oh, I like Point of Entry more than British Steel.
Oh, Point of Entry is awesome.
That's a good
all right. Mark, what's your number 5?
Jerry's favorite song, Don't Go's on there. Shit, I'm going with Burn Down Emission. Nobody's picked this song yet.
Oh, nice.
That's an honorable mention.
I love Burn Down Emission. This is funky fucking Elton John.
From Tumbleweed Connection.
This is the stuff I love. This is when I love the piano. I love the lyrics. I'm just going kitties out there. This is not Beyonce. You guys need to listen. Look what Bernie wrote. It's like you got bridges, you got choruses, it doesn't repeat itself.
Hooks on hooks on hooks.
Hooks on hooks on hooks. This is music, Taylor Swift fans.
Hey, don't be knocking Taylor.
Hey, she doesn't write shit like this. I'm sorry.
But she writes.
Okay. I mean, I don't understand what this is about, but okay.
Well, I'm just saying.
Yeah, but at least she writes compared to like other
people.
Yeah,
I give her credit for that. If somebody else would sing it, I might like it. But I'm just saying. This is talent right here, Bob Hay. Listen to some Elton John, and this is how things should be done.
Yeah, Bob Hay.
Bob Hay.
I love you, Bob. You know I did. He gave me Back to Future posters, which I have no place to hang them.
Yeah, I know, Bob. What the fuck, dude? I would love to have them. Jesus, dude. Come on, man. I've always supported you. We agree on a lot of shit. Come on, man.
Are you taking a piss, Jerry?
Anyway, these are the opinions from Jerry the Ghost.
All right. So Burn Down Emission is my number 6.
Nice.
Number 6.
Number 5. This is your number 5, Mark.
Number 5, yeah. Number 5.
Yeah. Alrighty. So my number 5 is actually one that nobody has mentioned yet either. And that is my favorite song off of the self-titled Elton John album. Not the one you're expecting, but one with a similar title to the one you're expecting. Holy Moses, I've been deceived. Border Song. Just one of my favorite Elton John songs. It's a really kind of, for most of the length, it's a simple little piano ballad, but then it kind of kicks in towards the end. With the last verse and the gospel chorus comes in. Just such an epic track. And it's just another one of those where it's kind of has like an inspirational message behind it. Bernie's lyrics are kind of like, I mean, the last chorus, please, my brothers, let us live in peace. Like, it's kind of that, like, 1970. It's like Vietnam era, give peace a chance kind of thing.
2025.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
And it still applies. And it's just such a great song. Elton sounds great on it. So that's my number 5 is Border Song off of the self-titled album. Number 4, Travis.
Well, Mark, you're not the only one that have this song on the list because I absolutely love Burn Down the Mission. It's my number 4. I love the switch-ups in this song. It's got some prog elements, in my opinion. It's just it's always been one of my favorite Elton John deep tracks. Just kicks ass.
That's what I wasn't putting down Taylor Swift. I was just saying there's so many changes in this song.
Right.
I don't hear newer.
Don't fuck with us Swifties, man.
I don't hear newer artists doing this, newer pop artists doing these changes that Elton was doing or
Because
Billy
a lot
Joel
of them
was
are
doing
lazy.
back then. You know, this.
I hear you, Mark. I hear you, Mark. And I agree.
Yeah,
with you.
this is. It's just straight. It's just straight. There's no ups and downs in the music anymore. It's like, it's kind of boring to me.
Well, everything's done by the same producer now.
Yeah.
And everything, and these days there is no personality in the music.
That's what I'm saying.
The human element goes out in recording nowadays. It really does. It's all computerized, auto tune, jabba jabba. I hear you. I agree with you.
Taylor Swift does a great job in what she does, but I think she needs to expand. I think she needs to go back to these old things and start making some bridges, some fucking shit like this, because I think she could do it. I think she has the talent to do it. That's it. I gave her a compliment there.
Hey man, she's really good friends with Paul McCartney, man.
Billie Eilish does more things than Taylor Swift does.
I
don't like Billie Eilish, but her music.
I like her voice. I just don't like her music.
But I don't
like either her voice or her music.
But I'm just saying Billie Eilish has some ebbs and flows to her compared to Taylor.
Yeah, but that's because of like
that's not true. Taylor's got a wide. What the fuck? What the fuck are we talking about? Taylor Swift and Billie Eilish. Let's get back to
Elton John.
Thank you.
I'm comparing it to newer pop.
Hey,
Andy, what's your number 4?
Billie Eilish.
I'm the one going off.
Billie Eilish, if you're watching this, you're a nip.
What's that?
Okay. Andy, what's your number 4?
My number 4, I'm going to go with another deep track, but I'm not too sure that Goodbye Yellow Brick Road has deep tracks. It
does. I think it does.
Every rock fan knows this album beginning to end, but I am going to go with All the Girls Love Alice.
That's a good awesome track.
Another song that pushes the limits to the music. What Mark was just pointing out too. It weaves in and out. The music changes here and there. You really don't know which way it's going, even though you've heard the song All the Girls Love Alice. Even though you've heard it at least 10 or more times, you're still surprised of the twists and turns that it takes. So that's my number 4.
Nice. Great track. Jerry, what's your number 4?
It's a little bit funny. This feeling inside. I love fucking your song, dude. Another great fucking lyric, man. I think that's pretty much the song that pretty launched Elton John into the stratosphere, I believe. Off his self-titled, I guess not his first, but his self-titled.
Yeah. Yep.
I was a sculptor. Well, then again. Yeah, incredible fucking tune. I love it.
Yeah. My wife and I danced to that at our wedding. Oh, that was one of our songs.
That's amazing.
In fact, we picked 15 songs, and then for our wedding gift for everyone, we burned a CD with all of our songs, and it ends with a New Two's Beautiful Day.
Yeah, my gift is my song, and this one's for you. I mean, come on, man, you can't get any more romantic than that. You know what I mean? So yeah. Great fucking song. I know it's popular. It's probably played out, but I still fucking.
Oh no, it's a great song.
It's amazing though.
I never get tired of that.
The lyrics are just
beautiful.
It's so amazing.
Mark, what you know? So much of my wife and I when we were just starting out, our dreams that we shared with each other, and me trying to do all that I can to make them come true.
Hey, your wife is cool. She calls me out all the time on Facebook, which is pretty cool.
I told her,
hey, holding Mark accountable. That's what's important.
She holds me accountable. She says, she posts. I said, you already posted that, but you need a reminder. You already tagged me in that before. But I'm going to go with the bitch is back. The bitch is back.
The bitch.
That's one of my favorite words. I like to call men bitches, not women.
You better not call one guy that anymore.
I like Vince Neil's cover of it on that.
I just like it. It's a great freaking song, man. It's just rocking. It's just the bitch is back. It's got some freaking oomph to it, man. I fucking love that song.
Yeah, great track. Up tempo, kind of like the sequel to Saturday Night's All Right for Fighting almost.
Yeah, because it was around that same time with that one, that one, the bitch is back, and then also reminds me so much of Philadelphia Freedom.
Yeah,
and
that was off
I
the
forgot
next.
about that song. Oh, I love that song.
Oh yeah, that's a great song.
Philadelphia Freedom. Oh.
And it's very rare for a song from 1974 to be saying the word bitch 15 times.
Right?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, my number 4, one that again hasn't been mentioned yet. I wouldn't be surprised if it comes up, but Daniel is flying tonight on a plane. Amazing, Daniel.
I gotta admit, that's one song I never cared for from Elton
Wow.
John. If there was ever a skipperoo, that would be it, man. I'm sorry, I just never. It sounds like an ice cream truck. I don't know. Just I don't know. Just that song never really did anything for me. I don't hate it. I just don't. I don't. Have the feeling to listen to that song. It just I don't know. Daniel,
I've always heard different stories about what that song is about, and the one story that I've heard the most about is it's his brother Daniel going away to Vietnam.
Yeah, that's what I'm pretty sure that's what it's about.
Yeah, and he comes back and he's just this, But I've also heard that he is like a Vietnam vet leaving America because of the scars that won't heal, and he wasn't accepted back in America, so he's leaving for Spain.
Yeah.
Because that's the best place that he's ever seen. Because when the Vietnam vets came back to America, they weren't treated very nice.
Yeah.
No.
So I've also heard that that's what that song is about too. He leaves America.
Yeah, it's another one with really kind of potent lyrics. I love the way Elton delivers it, and it's just this kind of like soothing, relaxing music, but it has some dark meaning to it.
Must be the clouds in my eyes.
Just one of my favorites. I love it.
Yeah, it is. I guess it is a good song. I'm thinking more of it. It's not that bad. I just haven't heard it in a long time. It was never really on my my Elton John request or my set list.
Your playlist.
Yes, I'm thinking about it now. It's not a bad song.
Mm-hmm.
The scars that won't heal. God, it's so good.
My hockey team sucks.
And you see more than I. Daniel, you my star. Yeah, just a great song. Travis, what's your number 3?
Number 3. Well, my top 3 songs all come from Goodbye Yellow Brick Road.
Oh.
So number 3 is arguably, it is the most hard rocking Elton John song. Saturday Night's All Right for Fighting. That song fucking rules, man.
That's a great song.
David Johnstone just shredding it. That song kicks ass. Never gets sick of it. It's it's an all-time classic.
It's a heavy song, man.
Man.
Amazing track. Andy, what's your number 3?
Number 3 is going to be Daniel.
Awesome.
We've already talked about it. It's one of those songs that makes me very emotional. It's a very emotional song.
Yeah.
He sings it so well, and you just see the imagery. I can see the tail lights flying in Spain. Yeah. Yeah. Must be.
I can see Daniel waving goodbye.
Doing a lot of karaoke here tonight, man. You guys are getting it all, man.
Can't you hear the violins playing your song?
Nope, I cannot. Anyway,
I can see Daniel waving goodbye. Yeah, it's a great song.
Yeah, love it.
So that's my number 3.
Jerry, what's your number 3?
My number 3. Shout out to one of his backup singers, Davy Johnstone. I think that was his guitar player as well.
Yes.
And a fucking great fucking voice, backup voice, man. Fuck. What do I got here? Sorry. Okay. Yeah, Honky Chateau. I have trouble saying that word. Again, is it played out? But it's incredible. But I prefer the Elton John, Britney Spears version of Hold Me Close. I'm just kidding. I hate that fucking version. But I fucking love Rocketman, dude. It's still a fucking great tune. I don't get tired of it.
No.
I jam to it and I sing fucking really loud when it comes on the radio if I'm driving. I mean,
amazing song. And who's that pop artist that tried to do that?
Britney Spears.
Oh,
Britney Spears.
Just
Yeah, it was called "Hold Me Closer," I think, wasn't it? I think Dua Lipa tried to do something with him too.
It's just total ass.
Yeah,
you don't take that. Don't take Rocketman and rape it.
Oh, where they take two songs,
Yeah,
two like Elton songs, and they put them together.
Kind of like that shitty song in the '80s where it's that Peter Frampton song and
yeah,
I love that fucking song.
Me too.
Will to Power, is that what it is? Something like
that.
Yeah,
I love it, man.
That song fucking sucked.
How about Cashmere with Diddy?
Oh,
I don't love that song. No.
Jimmy, what the fuck are you doing, Jimmy? Come on, dude.
That and when they did Every Breath You Take.
Oh God, Every Breath You Take. And then Sting has the audacity to come out with him on stage.
Yeah. And then thank God Andy Summers said, "Fuck you, man. Give me my money. That's my riff."
Hey,
oh my God.
Jimmy Page went on stage on Saturday Night Live and did that song.
He did.
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
That was even worse.
Anyway, Rocketman is just Jimmy was trying to stay kind of relevant still. I guess he was still doing the Coverdale Page stuff back then, but
that was way after that. That was after
the movie.
That was like the 90s.
Sure, that was a Godzilla movie. You're right.
That movie sucks.
Remember
that was Jimmy Page in the Black Crowes era.
Yeah. I love that cover of Heroes by the Wallflowers off that sound.
Oh yeah, I did.
Remember the commercials we're talking about? Yeah, Zilla, Godzilla, Zilla. So the little for Taco Bell.
Anyway, Rocketman.
Rocketman. Yeah, I mean, you hear if you listen to classic rock radio long enough, you're going to hear that song more than likely. But I don't care. I love it. I don't get tired of it. It's a fucking great tune, man. So. Misheard lyrics all around in that song, you know. But yeah, it's a great tune. One of my favorites. So number 3.
But just to add, the Elton John and Dua Lipa the song was Cold, Cold Heart. Cold, Cold Hearts. Remember that song by Elton John?
No. I just watched that Dua Lipa concert. They did.
How was that?
They did the Hold Me Closer version. I thought
Hold Me Closer was the
Britney Spears.
Was Britney Spears.
Oh, that was fucking garbage, dude.
I like one Dua Lipa song.
Yeah, what did you think about that Dua Lipa show, though?
I thought she was awesome. I think Mark's like, what the fuck you guys talking about? Look at that face.
No, but her voice.
She's incredible. Taylor Swift. We talked about Billie Eilish. Now we're talking.
I'm just gonna say my new thing is I'm not interrupting you guys.
She's a fucking sexy. She's a sexy fucking voice. Dude. A sexy lady, dude.
Let's talk about Ashley Simpson next.
Let's not.
You guys could bury yourselves. I'm not going to bury you anymore. You guys, I'm not interrupting anybody anymore. It's funnier this way.
It is 11 o'clock at night, and I do not have the patience to talk about Ashley Simpson.
Yeah. Oh, that Saturday Night Live thing is a classic. Dude.
I'm sorry, I couldn't resist.
Yeah. But anyway, Rocketman's mom. Next. Sorry, guys. We have a rabbit trail, as Shane would like to say. Move your food good. We're going down the rabbit trail.
Mark, what's your number 3?
You guys already talked about it. Daniel. Like a great song.
That must be a good song. Maybe I'm missing something.
Yeah, everybody's picked it except you, Jerry.
And Travis. Right? Travis didn't pick it.
No.
Travis? Oh, I thought Travis. Oh, he's not.
Maybe it's the keyboard. It's the synthesized keyboard. I don't know what it is.
I like that song, but it didn't make
I do.
List.
Yeah, I do.
I like the way Elton John sounds on it. There's so much emotion and heart in the way you know.
That's got to be him on the keyboard. It's got to be him on keyboard.
Oh,
it is.
Yeah.
He went from piano to electric keyboard in that era, and then back to piano.
Yeah, and it's weird that I'd never thought of it that way. That he plays all the keys. Mm-hmm. No matter if it's piano, he plays all the keys.
Well, he has another keyboard player with him live. I guess he does dual stuff. I does, but yeah, for the most part,
not Dua Lipa.
No, I'll duet with her any day.
All right, that was my number 3.
Alrighty,
Daniel.
My number 3. She packed my bags last night pre-flight.
0 hour,
9 a.m. Rocketman.
Now we'll be high.
By then.
You're getting it all tonight. You're getting it all tonight. I'm drunk. I'm fucking singing. I'm loving it, man.
I'll tell you what, though, it doesn't hold a candle to the William Shatner version.
I think it's gonna be a long time.
Long time.
Hey.
Till touchdown. Brings me round.
The best
again.
William Shatner song
Fine.
is Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds.
Oh God, he is out of his mind.
What about Bohemian Rhapsody? What about Bohemian Rhapsody, where he's like, "Mama"?
Yeah.
Hey, I don't know what's worse, William Shatner's Rocketman or Leonard Nimoy's Hobbit song. I don't know which one's.
Hey, how about Leonard Nimoy's If I Had a Hammer?
Oh God. Oh boy. Anyway, Rocketman, my number 3. Travis, what's your number 2?
Number 2. Surprised Joseph hasn't picked this one yet. Ray Seal. Amazing deep cut from Goodbye Yellow Brick Road. Another kind of proggy tune. Love it to death. But there's an even more proggy song at number 1. So let's see what that is.
All righty. Andy, what's your number 2?
Number 2, I've already talked about this song several times, and I haven't even picked it yet, but I've already talked about it. But my number 2 is going to be Leave On. Leave On likes his money.
It makes a lot, they say. Great track. That is just such a catchy song. It's one that growing up I didn't hear on the radio a lot, but then after I bought the album, I started hearing it on the radio. So it was one of those weird things, and like I started hearing it, and it's such an amazing song. But
he calls his child Jesus because he likes the name. This is a good song.
Yeah.
And he sends them to the finest schools in town.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great track.
Jesus, he wants to go to Venus. Leave on far behind.
That's what it's also where like the lyrics are so weird. Like the lyrics make no sense whatsoever, but hey, it sounds great. So
I think that song makes perfect sense.
Okay.
Yeah, like he leaves his dad behind because he didn't like the way that his dad was stingy with money and that he revolved his life around money. So
yeah, but he wants to go to Venus.
He wants to go to Venus. He wants to get away from it all. He just wants to blow up a balloon and go sailing.
Hey, the men are from Mars and the girls are from Venus. Why wouldn't you go to the Venus? All the girls are there.
Oh, God.
He should be going to Mars though. He likes the men.
Oh boy. Anyway, Jerry, what's your number 2?
Not Jesus.
You get some great karaoke here, man, because I fucking love this song, dude. I think Travis mentioned it. He's the only one that mentioned it, actually. While Mona Lisas and Mad Hatters, sons of bankers, sons of lawyers, I can't sing. Turn around and say good morning to the night. Yeah. For unless they see. Yeah, I mean, it's a great fucking tune. Another great Elton John ballad. I love that song. And fucking Hart does a great cover. Nancy sings a very beautiful cover of that song. Amazing. And it's just a great fucking tune.
In New York City.
Yeah. They know now if it's dark outside or light. I got to work myself on the lip. But yeah,
it's gotta be alone.
Yeah, great fucking tune. So yeah, Mona Lisa's and Mad Hatters.
Yeah, I don't think anyone said that yet. Just you.
Travis did. Travis
did. Yeah. Well, just you and Travis.
Yep. All righty, Mark. What's your number 2?
I think somebody already said this. The title track from Goodbye Yellow Brick Road. I love the vocal inflections that he has. He goes high, he goes low. He just so much emotion in that. I love that fucking song. The lyrics are just so amazing by Bernie. Great song.
Goodbye Yellow Brick Road. Well, does the society how? Great track. Yeah, that's beautiful emotional track. But this one was hard for me. My number 1 and my number 2. There's a song that's been my number 1 for a long time. And then there's a song that's been right on its heels. And I had to make the tough decision what was going to be which one. But at my number 2, the roses in the window box and to the dew outside. Funeral for a Friend.
Nice.
I mean, just one of the most epic songs. The intro with the organ and the rain, the thunder, and then it kicks in and just this epic riffing and piano and all this stuff. It's like 5-minute intro before the song kicks in. And then when you get the lyrics and the harmonies on the chorus are just so great. Elton singing his ass off, playing his ass off. Just one of probably the most musically complex songs he ever did. And it's just so killer.
Oh yeah, you can hear the cocaine come through in that song.
I have never ever heard somebody describe it like that, but it makes perfect sense.
It really does.
You can really hear the cocaine coming through on that one. Oh boy, yeah. So that's my number 2 is Funeral for a Friend / Love Lies Bleeding, the opening track to the amazing Goodbye Yellow Brick Road. But time for our number 1.
Number 1.
Yes, baby.
Kick it over to Travis, who I have a sneaking suspicion what his number 1 is going to be.
Yes, it is Funeral for a Friend / Love Lies Bleeding. The best Elton John song ever, in my opinion. And as much as Elton John is amazing on this song as he is, he's only as good as his backup band. Davy Johnstone, Dia Murray, and Nigel Olsson are just
great fucking singers,
firing on all cylinders, man. Yeah. One of the most underrated band lineups, in my opinion.
The best backup singer,
like a motherfucker.
The best backup singer, I think, is Rory Dodd. He did all the Meatloaf and Jim Steinman songs. His voice is fucking amazing, dude. I can't believe he was a backup singer. I mean,
and just that song is so epic, and it's long, but you're never bored. It's just all killer and filler all throughout the damn song. My favorite Elton John song, "Funeral for a Friend / Love Lies Bleeding."
Awesome. Alrighty, Andy, what is your number 1?
Yeah, my number 1. I've only seen Elton John once, and when my wife and I were we were driving. Going through Houston, going to the Toyota Center to go see him. And I was telling my wife, man, I hope he plays this song. I hope he plays this song. And when he breaks into Mona Lisa and Mad Hatters, I almost lost him, dude. I mean, man, just to hear that live, and with almost 15,000 people singing along, it's just so great, And I like the part, and it always hits me religious, when he's talking about these bankers and lawyers and saying that they don't know if it's dark or if it's light because they don't know if there's darkness or they can't see the light because of their blindness of the way that they're living, and it just reminds you, the song just reminds you of when you're just a normal guy and or
in New York City,
and then you see the people up here, the rich people, the elite, but really they're not as happy as they seem.
I don't know. I know some rich people; they're pretty fucking happy. One guy just went to Mexico for 3 weeks. He came back. Now he's going to fucking on a golfing trip in Colorado somewhere. Then he's going to Jackson Hole, Wyoming. Yeah, I think he's pretty happy. My wife's boss.
But Mona Lisa and Mad Hatters, that's a great track. I love it.
It is. I love that fucking song.
To it.
Good one.
Only one song better, in my opinion.
It's beautifully sung and written, and just everything that goes into it. And it's hidden, tucked away nicely on the album as well. Just nicely down
there.
Give
Nancy's version a listen to if you haven't heard it. She did a really great job. Yeah,
I sure will. But that's my number 1.
Nice. Jerry, what's your number 1?
I guess that's why they call it the blues. It's my all-time favorite Elton John song.
Really?
Hands down. Always has been. I've always just admired that song. I admired the story behind it, man. There's a line in there that I quote to my wife all the time. I simply love you more than I love life itself.
Yeah.
A lot of people have dedicated that song to their that part to their girlfriend or wife. But that actually, I remember the video coming out. That might have been, like I said, I don't remember that era of Elton John. Might have been the first Elton John song I ever got into. I don't know, but I like the video. It's kind of cool about
I don't think
guys
I've
going away in the military.
Oh no,
yeah. I saw it. It's like the young kids, and they show them dancing with their girlfriends, and they show them in the military. And,
okay, all right.
They show them coming off the bus, the military guys going to get their haircuts for the military. Yeah, I watched that the other day. It's a good video.
Mm-hmm. But I just love that song. Catchy as fuck. Absolute brilliant masterpiece of a song. Probably in my top 20 songs of all times.
Wow.
Love it, dude.
Interesting.
I got a lot of wows last night. I noticed on your guitar show. Some people are like, "Wow, Autumn Island's your favorite guitarist instrumental album?" I was like, "Yeah." David fucking Gilmour. Of course, it's going to be up there.
We did.
Yeah, but you had like 2 Gilmours. It wasn't the.
I was going to have 3. I was going to have 3, but I was like, "Nah, that's too much."
Yeah, well, I put his debut.
I'm glad you put the debut, Andy, because that was one.
I put About Face like 7 or 8.
I texted Joseph. My favorite guitar-led album is Yngwie Malmsteen's Rising Force.
Rising Force.
Yeah. Well, at least it wasn't Vinnie Vincent's Invasion.
I do like that album.
I own that album.
Actually, I think I do too.
It's fun. It's a fun album for me.
But yeah, my number one definitely hands down, my favorite.
Wow. Nice. Awesome. Mark, what's your number one?
I'm going to go with Travis because I'm a prog rock fan and I love this song. Funeral for a Friend, Love Lies Bleeding is my all-time favorite Elton John song. And if you want to hear a great cover of it, listen to Dream Theater. They do
of course they're going to do it. It's a 12-minute song. Of course they're going to do it.
And it was live, not in the studio. It was live.
Yeah, Dream Theater did it live. It's so fucking amazing.
And this is for Elton John.
Yeah. I don't smoke anymore. You know, I'm like Ringo Starr. No, I don't smoke no more. I'm tired of waking up on the floor. It only makes me sneeze.
Speaking of Ringo, I just watched Caveman again. I love that movie.
Ringo rules.
He came out with an album on Friday. This last Friday, he released an album.
He did. He's doing a thing with Jack White for wildfire relief in Tennessee.
Yeah, I was looking at the prices. I'm like, no fucking way. I'm sorry, I can't afford it.
They're going to show it on TV though.
I love going to the Ryman.
Yeah.
If you ever get a chance to go to the Ryman,
CBS.
If you ever get a chance to go to the Ryman, dude, if you're in Nashville, go ahead because it's a
dude. I want to go to the Ryman so bad. Chris Czynszak saw Night Ranger there, and he said it was amazing.
That was recent, actually. I was supposed to go to that one too, but I couldn't find anybody to go with me. And I don't drive in Nashville, so
I would have.
Yeah, but I don't drive in Nashville. It's worse than San Francisco.
Is it really? Wow.
Oh God, it's like, I mean, they build roads on top, and then it's maybe one day you'll come by and I'll show you.
I went to Nashville for one night because I was on my way to Cleveland and I stopped at Nashville for the night. My God, dude, we went to like their downtown where they do like all their partying, all their clubs. Yeah. I didn't understand how to cross the street. They didn't cross straight. There was a diagonal. Yeah. I was like, what the fuck are people doing?
They do that, and you're lucky if they follow that line. I mean, people
they do that in Pasadena. They got diagonal crosswalks.
Really? I was like, what the hell is going on here? I mean, excuse me, ma'am, you're walking in the middle of the street there.
I had a blast in Nashville, except for Keel Fest.
Yeah, that kind of stuff.
If you're in Pasadena, you might run into Sheldon.
And honest, Ron Keel is going to be at Rocket Pod this year again. I didn't hear about a Keel Fest.
Hey, that new Steelers song was amazing, man.
Well, I'm gonna have him buy back his album.
Hey, the guy from Kicks will be there. Brian Forsyth.
I'll go up to him and say, "You think I'm asking him to sign it?" But no, I'm asking for my money back, dude. Sorry.
Oh boy. Anyway, Mark's number one was "Funeral for a Friend." My number one, surprisingly, I did not expect this, has been mentioned by both Jerry and Andy, lower on their list, but I was surprised that it came up. And that is the absolute epic that is Madman Across the Water.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, what a vocal. And what a cool jazzy blues song to that. It's just a great
vocal, the instrumental, another one like Leave On, where it has the strings coming in, is just epic. The just so amazing, epic song, way to close out side one of that album.
Yeah,
just such an amazing song. That's one that my dad's best friend turned me on to probably when I was like a teenager. That track, he said, you got to check out the song Madman Across the Water. It's one of my favorite Elton John songs, and I've loved it ever since. I went out I bought that CD and loved it ever since. Just my favorite Elton John song.
I think side one only has 4 songs.
Yeah, it's only a 9-song album.
Yeah.
4 songs on side one. I think.
Razorface.
Yeah. Razorface is track 3. Yep.
Yeah.
Alrighty, well, that is our top 11 Elton John songs. Go quickly around the horn here, throw out a few honorable mentions. Don't throw too many out, but Travis, what have any honorable mentions?
I honestly don't have any. Just elderberry wine. I'll put that as my honorable mention.
Cool. Andy, do you have any honorable mentions?
Oh, cool. I'll take Travis's time too.
Oh my God. Here we go. I'm gonna go to sleep.
Okay. Your song, the one, Jerry, is on my list. Nikita. I love Nikita. Also like Sacrifice. There is no sacrifice at all. Burn Down the Mission. Border Song. Take Me to the Pilot. And that's all. It's not that long. I try to keep it at 5.
Cool. Jerry, you got any honorable mentions?
Yeah, I got Saturday Night's all right. I got fucking off the Breaking Hearts album, Sad Songs. I actually like Nikita. I know you can laugh at me if you want. I do like that song.
I got that 45. I love Nikita.
Of course, Hakuna Matata. I'm just kidding. That's not on the list. But a Benny and the Jets. What else have we got? You know what? No, I'm not going to say it. But I don't hate Don't Go Breaking My Heart. I have to admit I don't.
I like that song.
But I'll put that on my list. I'll put the last song on fucking there from the one album. I love that fucking song. And Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me. I mean, I can go on and list fucking honorable mentions.
Oh yeah. I forgot to say that one. I forgot to say Don't Let Your Sun Go Down on Me.
Crocodile
Let your
Rock.
sun go
Oh, hold on. Sorry seems the hardest word. I love that fucking
I'm
song.
out of here.
Sorry. I love Sorry seems to be the hardest word.
That's a great song.
Yeah. But I can go on. You got to Love Someone off the Days of Thunder soundtrack is incredible. Every Elton John fucking song on the Greatest Hits album, and just about every other song from the 70s you could put on the list.
Yeah. Yep. Mark, any honorable mentions?
Sad Song, Say So Much, Leave On. I think that's about it. You know, I'm not a huge Elton John fan, but I like Elton John a lot. It's weird. I probably need to do a deep dive into him a little bit more because I like a lot of those, like Tumbleweed Connection. I like Rock of the Westies. I like these albums. It's just there's so much music coming out. It's like it just boggles my mind. I can't listen to everything I want to listen to. It's like I got all these records and CDs and I probably will never get through.
I know, me too. I have some that are still in the wrapper. I haven't fucking even.
Yeah, I do too. It's like Elton John rules.
I've had for years.
I like Elton John. I don't like Lion King stuff. No.
Yeah. The same here.
No, I think he went too adult contemporary after the 80s, and he just lost me.
Yeah, a lot of bills off that fucking album. He made a lot of money off that.
Yeah.
He made that good Disney.
I'm sorry, but as I say, anybody was offered Disney to do a fucking song, they would fucking do it because
Phil Collins.
Hey, I love that soundtrack.
You'll be in my heart.
You know what? We didn't mention, but he collaborated with Tim Rice even in the early 80s.
Yeah, he did
during that time. So this wasn't the first time he worked.
Did we ever do a top 11 Phil Collins?
We did. Phil Collins and Genesis.
Oh, we did? Okay.
It was a split between Phil Collins and Genesis.
Phil Collins and Genesis. Okay, we got that. We should do one like top 11 songwriters. That'd be a good one. We haven't done that one yet.
That's a very broad category.
I was gonna say, very broad. Yeah.
I don't know.
That's a very broad category.
I'm just throwing shit out there. What are we doing next week, Jerry?
I didn't give my honorable mentions yet.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead, Joseph.
My honorable mentions is every other song from 70 to 75 that I didn't say. That's pretty much my honorable mentions. Is all those. Hey, if somebody likes it, they like it. I don't. More power to you if you do. Those albums and Sad Song Say So Much. That's my honorable mentions. Back to you guys. Thanks for having me.
All right. Jerry, what are we doing next week, brother?
We are going to be doing our top 11 and honorable mentions, if you want, yes songs.
Ooh,
should be interesting. I do have my favorite era. Everybody fucking knows it. It's no surprise. You'll probably see more songs from that era. But I do love.
You might see some drama.
There's some drama on there. There's some Yes albums on there. Fragile's on there for me.
Do you have your guest ready for that? Because I'd love to be on that one.
Well, we got Joseph, and that's the only one that said I want on.
Yeah.
All right, I'll do it too.
Oh wait, Andy, didn't you say you wanted on Yes?
No, because I know that I'd be arguing too much, so I'll step back.
Oh come on, we need you on there that you're gonna argue.
Yeah, Andy, I need somebody to support me on the Steve Howe stuff.
Come on, Andy.
Please.
I'll do Yes.
All right. I have no problem with Steve Howe. Yes, I just like.
I love Steve Howe.
Because Steve Howe, Yes, is the best Yes.
Okay,
that's fine. I will be on.
Okay.
All right, so
we got the same.
We'll see each other again.
The five of us again.
We'll see us next week. All of us next week then.
Yeah.
Badass.
All right. So you got anything to promote, Andy?
Just next week Jerry and I are doing our Gridiron Smackdown. We are going to be breaking down the divisional playoff games. Next week's pick for Black Spinner Circle, that's going to be Al's pick, so I'll be receiving that soon. And I had an idea for the show. Because we had so much fun doing K-Tel records, I was thinking like doing songs of 1984 as a K-Tel record.
That'd be fine.
We could do that after Yes Songs. That'll be the next episode. Yeah. You're running that episode. You know that because on this podcast, we let the guest run the episode.
I love it.
We're lazy. We're lazy. Yeah. We like you guys doing it.
I haven't hosted a show in a while.
Well, pick something then.
I did bring up something.
Oh, yeah, UFO, right? UFO.
Well, UFO or Ted Nugent?
Well, I got UFO listed on.
All right, UFO it is. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do
That's
UFO.
My boy.
So the next 3 weeks, it's Yes Songs. And then Andy, what was it?
Like
just
1984.
1984. And then Travis, UFO. So we're 3 weeks of episodes going, man. And Joseph, anything?
I like music.
I like music.
That's what I was going for.
Break the beans.
Music is good, okay?
He was masturbating. I love that fucking movie, dude. That's one of the classics.
I love Something About Mary. I need to get that on 4K.
That movie's awesome.
The best thing about that movie is I'm a 49er fan.
Exactly.
I like it when she gets the cowlick on her.
Oh yeah. Oh, could I have some hair gel?
Oh.
All right, man. I also got to promote tomorrow on Freeform Rock Podcast episode is our top 11 albums of 2024. Yes, we went to 11 because Mooger gets pissed off that he can't be on BS and he wanted to go to 11 on Freeform. So I said, okay, Mooger, it's your show too. We'll do 11 of 2024. So check that out tomorrow on Freeform Rock Podcast. It'll probably be up later tonight after I put this up. All right, guys.
Have you already published The Lamb Lies Down on Broadway yet?
No, that's coming.
Okay.
It's ready. It's in the hole.
Okay.
I'll give you a date when it's coming out. I'll tell you guys. All right, man.
I know that I'm on it, but I love to hear it.
All right, go, Jerry. Take us out, Jerry.
Check out our 3 Shots Down podcast. We're doing the Cliff Burton episode just released. A lot of fucking cool stuff. Cliff is awesome. Love talking about him.
Yeah, it was a really good episode. I love it.
There's Something About Mary. Fucking Matt Dillon deserved an Academy Award for that fucking performance. He was awesome.
Brilliant.
It's Elliot, man.
He was good too.
Woogie.
Shit on his face. But yeah, I mean, tomorrow we're doing another kick-ass album. I don't think I say it or no.
Go ahead, you can say it. It'll be out.
We're going to be reviewing the Saigon Kick, the Lizard album. We're going to be reviewing that one.
Travis will be on there.
Great fucking band. Looking forward to that. And BS Sessions, you got that all out. And Monday night, the big one, Go Irish. Gonna be a tough one, man. I'm not gonna say you're gonna kick their ass. I ain't gonna say that, but I'm hoping. So good luck with the Irish. I hope they I'm proud of them anyway. They lost in Northern Illinois the second week of the season. I'm like, oh fuck, it's gonna be a long year. And here they are fighting for the national championship. So I'm happy for that. And and thank you guys for being on here. I hope you have you on again, which you are next week.
So hey, I like it so much. I'll come back next week.
Yeah. Be good to each other and peace out, man. Take care.
So the next 3 weeks of episodes, we got Yes Songs, 1984, and UFO. There you go.
Sounds good.
Get the fuck out of here.
Later,
guys.
Peace out.